Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pagnasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Back in BDC Studios, as always, my main man, Spicy Brown. How's it going, man?
Oh, hey, yo.
Dude, it's fucking phenomenal to be back. Episode 35. It's great. Fucking took a break, ate some of the brisket that you smoked, which was absolutely fabulous.
Glad you liked it.
As always. We are not alone here in BDC Studios. There are 4 people here, and there's only 2 Y chromosomes. For you science fucks, that means we have 2 beautiful females with us today. So I'd like to welcome Camas back, as always.
Hello.
She's the real MVP behind the scenes. She probably does more work than what you and I do to put this thing together. Always making sure it goes smooth, so I'm glad you can join. And then our guest, I'm so fucking happy that you finally got on. You guys don't, well, you know her because you heard Rob say how much he absolutely loved her and everything on that episode, but this is one of my best friends. It's Ashlee.
Woo! Hi!
I'm so happy you were here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, first things first, I just want to get out. What did you think of your husband's episode?
Ridiculous, to say the least. Listening to it, realized that half of the things he was saying were probably untrue. I'm not German. Okay,
That's hilarious.
I am not German. I don't believe he is German either. So I'm unsure where a lot of that came from. But yeah, I did find out that I am the most beautiful wife he's ever had. So that's really, really helps out when I go home. I'm like, okay, just making sure I'm the only one. Thank you.
Right. It's a good question though.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, it's fucking awesome. That's awesome. You let him, because you definitely run that relationship. So I'm glad that you let him come up and had a good time. But you're nervous. I'm gonna call you out on it, which is weird because we know we're talking to people, but it is just a conversation.
I'm very nervous.
And now we got it.
Yeah,
we're good.
Drinking more than I thought I was. That's weird.
That's the plan. She doesn't even know we roofied her drink yet.
No.
I got my whole 6-pack with me right here. So.
It's at the low ready. So.
Hey, we got 4 bedrooms here. Yeah. You could crash here. Rob did.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Rob and Chubbs stayed in your son's twin bed or bunk beds.
One stayed on the couch, right?
No.
Did they both sleep in their bunk beds?
Yeah, but then like Rob or Chubbs got up like in the middle of the night. And then went to the couch. But yeah, no, they ended the night there for sure.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great.
So I just got 2 things real quick. Go back to what Ashlee was saying. That it's like recanting everything that Rob said. Like now I feel like we got to get him back on the podcast because a lot of the stuff he said was fraudulent. Like I don't know what to believe, what's true, what's not.
Yeah, fake news.
Maybe we have to have them both. Right? We might have to have them both on, but yeah, this came as a shock. I mean, when I heard some of these things were untrue, and we apologize for that. We're glad you're here to be able to, set the record straight.
Yeah, he was expecting a German to show because he's German.
Right.
He's half German, so
not
then
one part of me
now
is
you're
German.
not. So we probably wouldn't have invited you if you knew that, honestly.
Irish, Norwegian. There's no German in my life. Sorry.
Well, the second thing I have is I'm glad you're here. I know you were kind of hesitant about coming on, and I'm like, I don't know why you would be hesitant to come on. But I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're here.
Absolutely.
You're going to have fun. We'll
Thank
ask you after we're done in a few hours if you liked it or not. We've never had anybody say, yeah, that sucked. Don't ever make me come here again. Everybody's like, that went quick. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. And welcome to Nasty and Friends.
Yeah, absolutely. So like episode 35, we're fucking happy to be back. It's always a great weekend. But yeah, a little bit behind us. We're not friends just because like you're married to Rob. Like, we were friends way before you and Rob were friends.
Yes.
You started working. Ash started working at Applebee's, if you didn't know, Spicy. Yep. And so she worked front of house like with me. So I was bartending and serving. So we got along obviously before when Rob was back of house. And then we've been roommates for fucking long time. I don't know how many years.
Like 3, I think. I think we were 2 years at the Fremont house, and then 1 year at 51 and Y,
or
was
only
it
3? I don't remember. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Either way, but yeah. So
we're going on like 8 years of friendship.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What?
fucking insane.
I was a child back then.
It is. And I tell people, and I'm not just saying it because you're sitting here, like, if I could have a sister, like, for sure, I think you would fit, right in.
Of course.
And so it's awesome, and we always love to hold this over Rob's head, but there's one time where he got, it was in Wyoming, right? Where did he go in Wyoming?
Yeah, for like a month to work for Applebee's as like their back-of-house manager, like manager in training.
Yeah, so this is when we lived, this is on 67th house or whatever, but he was gone for like the month, and so we literally did everything together that entire month. Like the day that he left, we threw a party, and we both closed that night, so the party didn't even start till like 1 a.m.
Yes!
He's like, why the fuck is everybody at our house? We're like, oh, we're partying!
Yeah,
man.
we had such a good time. Yeah, we started the whole party. We got off work. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and we like partied for about 8 hours. We just tore it up. We were like, woo! Everyone come over. And he's like, you're having a party because I'm not there? We're like, obviously. What else are we going to do? But no, we would go to breakfast. We went to work out. Once. I think we worked out once.
Yeah, but we had the exact same work schedule. We had to put it on. Like, we want to work the same shifts, same cuts, and everything. So it was, it's phenomenal. And then after we moved out of that house, because in that house, it originally started off with Rob, our boy Harris. Shouts out to Harris, 245. And then myself and this girl Mercedes, and then she moved down, and my brother moved in, and so that Ashlee moved in. When she came into that house, it was Rob, Harris, Maverick, and I. She moved in this house with 4 other dudes. Came in, it's like, what's up, bitch?
I was thinking.
Right? So it's pretty gangster of her. So I'm like, this is a badass bitch for sure.
Yeah,
Did you have your own room?
No.
We
ended up having, so I moved in and
right,
we ended up going downstairs, and I think the downstairs room was Harris's room, but it wasn't really a room. There was no door or anything. It was kind of like supposed to be the downstairs living room.
Probably covered in semen.
But it just had curtains.
Yeah.
And so when I moved down there, I moved everything in, and I was so nervous because we'd only been together for 3 months. And he's like, just move in with me. It'll be great. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I mean, it's only going to be, like $100 a month?
Yeah.
We're living in that house,
yeah.
right?
I mean, that's probably, let's be honest, the
I worked at
factor.
Applebee's. I literally had, like, the only time I ate was at Applebee's. So I was like, all right, anytime I can save money and go to the bar, deal. But I move in, and my friend Melissa had helped me move in. And I had such a bad, like, anxiety attack. I was like, this is out of control. I'm moving in with him after 3 months. This is crazy. So we get in there, we move everything in, and I'm just sitting there. And Rob's like, are you okay? Are you going to be okay? And I'm like, I like couldn't even speak. And Melissa was like, I think we're going to go to the bar. We went straight to Randy, Grill and Chill, which is now Coop's Corner.
Yeah.
And we, oh my God, I just drank so much because I was like, I cannot believe my life is like this.
Moved in with a boy!
Which is so crazy because I had just kicked out my previous boyfriend out of my house when I had started dating Rob. So I was like, I had lived with the boy before, but like this was on
Somebody do the
level.
math on that.
Yeah. I haven't seen that boyfriend since, sorry. But yeah, it was like a whole nother level. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm moving in with these guys. What is happening? And I was so young. I was only 19.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And all of these guys were like 23, 22.
Well, except for
23.
Harris, he was like 26.
Yeah, Harris was like 100.
But yeah, Maverick was like 17 or 18.
Yeah.
And then Rob and I would have been just 21 or 22.
Yeah, so you guys were going
and Harris
downtown all the
26.
time, and then I had to pick them up. But then I would force them to go to 17th and South. I was like, I'm not going downtown. Or 17th and O.
Yeah.
I would park, and they would have to walk to me. And I was like, this is where we're picking up. You're coming or not.
To this day, if I have to pick up Rob or Rob has to pick up me, like we did not even a year ago for something, and he's like, pick me up on 17th and O. We still go to that fucking spot. Whoever's picking up who, it's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, it's, we've been rolling deep for a fucking long time. So.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Now we don't live close anymore. Now we got kids. It's harder to catch up. So, but it's awesome. I mean, we have our tubing trips, which we're not going on this year. I don't want to talk about it. But
is anybody going?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You guys are still going?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still going. Like Spencer, Taylor, Joey, Chubbs. Yeah, they're all going.
Yeah,
but.
it might be the last one for us, just because I'm hoping to have baby number 2.
Yay! That's
Not
awesome.
tonight.
I was
Clearly.
gonna say, not yet, right?
Not now.
Oh, of course she is tonight. He's not here.
Might be
But
the first chick to get pregnant. during
podcast
the
weekend.
podcast weekend.
It's true.
Right?
Nope.
The first time I found out I was pregnant with Owen, I thought I was hungover for 3 days. Because I had drank downtown Lincoln out of their blueberry vodka. I just tore it up, and then I was like, God, I'm still hungover. And I was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm so sorry.
Be hungover
But
for a
Owen is
long
perfect.
time.
It's fine.
Dude, you can. I mean, we have friends who, and I'm sure you guys do too, where they didn't realize they're pregnant and they just drank hardcore. I mean, I had a friend who I used to work with at one of my jobs, and she was like, because she was on and off birth control, like she was 5 months pregnant before she realized she was pregnant.
That's out of
and
control.
she just would drink hard, and so like she, and again, I don't know if I don't think she probably ever thought about getting rid of the baby, but they had to go to specialists. But she had a little daughter. Her daughter's fantastic, so nothing.
No
happened,
problems
but,
or anything?
Yeah, no problems from it. Which I don't suggest that. Obviously, we don't suggest drinking while you're pregnant. But yeah, I mean, glad it worked out for her, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. So you guys are new parents. I mean, relatively a year.
Yeah, he
so
just turned a year.
It's so crazy.
He's so cute.
Yes.
He's so cute. He has 6 teeth. That literally killed me for the last 8 months. I was like, who returns this baby? Who wants him? But no, he's awesome. He's almost walking. I think we've celebrated the fall down a little bit too much. So now he just falls whenever, because and then he sits there and just claps to himself. And I'm like, oh shoot, we want you to walk, but no, he's awesome. He's so cute. He has his own little personality, and he's
great.
fun. He's Rob's identical twin.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't look like my child at all. Like, people are like, whose kid do you have? And I'm like, all the time I took to have this kid and then to birth him. He doesn't even look like me.
Yeah. But you guys did where you didn't only cut his hair like a week before he turned 1. Like he had when he cut his hair, like you could tell he was the same kid, but he looked way different.
He looked he really did look like a different kid. It was crazy. I got his haircut on his first birthday because I had taken the day off, and it was like he didn't have any problems with it. He just sat there. He was completely fine. He enjoyed it, but oh my gosh! All of a sudden, the pictures afterwards, I was like, is this my kid? I literally had to look at the pictures and be like, do I not recognize my own child?
Did they swap out our kid at the fucking barbershop?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
not
Look
kidding.
at him now. Let's get pictures.
Insane. He just went from being a year old to going to 3rd grade. And I was like, what happened? He literally doesn't even look like the same person anymore.
awesome.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
He's cute.
Interrupt here. Totally forgot that you did pick. Obviously, YouTube is on in the background on mute, and you picked Nicki Minaj videos. So we will definitely keep you updated because it's inevitable. We'll probably podcast for a while. It's gonna get to some type of porn at some point.
Yeah, and
I know.
And since I can't really see the screen from where I'm at, any nipples or anything like that, or side boob, you got one of you guys, please let me know so I can take a break and look.
Absolutely.
Let's
You'll notice when I'm like, no! Covering my eyes, like, oh my god, what's happening?
Put your shirt back on, Ashley.
That won't happen. I am Nicki Minaj, right?
we'll set the tone. So we are, like my main man Pagnasty said, we are in BDC Studios.
Yeah.
We are doing it up. We've been podcasting. We've been drinking. We've been feasting. We got Nicki Minaj videos on the screen. We got the record sign lit.
Yep.
Everybody's sipping on some beverages. We got a lot of beverages here on the table. We got olives, which is weird. This is new, but fuck it.
Green olives.
Green olives. And yeah, we're just doing. We still got Milf porn out. Even we got 2 Milfs at the table. We still have the Milf porn magazine.
course.
I'm a MILF. Yes.
But yeah, we still got the Milf porn out. Batman and Superman is out. Batman has a new edition. He's got the skull from the Blair's Mega Death Sauce with Liquid Rage
Yep.
upon him now. So yeah, that's the scene. That's where we're at. We're doing it big.
Yeah, and it's fucking phenomenal, man. It's always great to be back. But we gotta settle some shit. Let's just get to it.
Okay.
You have a problem with this podcast, Ashley, and we need to lay it out because everybody knows that we give shouts out and fuck yous a lot, and we, especially at the end. But somebody doesn't think that's right, and so you need to state your case.
Listen. Shouts out like they
That was in North Dakota.
I know. I'm from Minnesota.
Oh, I just
So
heard
it,
it.
know,
yeah,
that's what I'm
she's
saying.
from it. It will come out.
It
one,
will.
and I cannot
The
wait.
more I start talking, the more I drink. Then it's. I haven't lived in Minnesota for almost 9 years, and
You know
if
what we should do? Sorry to interrupt. Like here in about 5 minutes, we're gonna have you call your mom and talk to her for 10 minutes.
I'm not calling my mom.
No, you got to talk to her call your sister, or EY, and then when you get off the phone, then the accent
Then you can
doubles.
hear it.
Can I call Blair?
No, yeah, she's in Minnesota
Okay,
now, right?
I'm not calling my mom.
No, I was just saying, just to get you to thicken that accent, because it's funny. Like, if
It'll get there.
Yeah, if she's like, even if she's not drinking, she's like talking to her mom, she gets off the phone, like,
Yeah.
it's just right back on. So, which is
It's
great,
funny.
because we have a good friend who's from South Carolina, and so when she calls her family, her South Carolina accent,
Yeah.
like, and when you guys get together, it's the best.
Yeah, so shouts out. It like gives me the heebie-jeebies. I can't stand it. Shout out. You shout out to
that-
somebody.
gotcha.
And it's the S on it. I can't.
No.
And every single time you guys say it, I'm like, ugh. It's disgusting. I read it on Twitter. I read it on Facebook. I see it like whenever Spencer says it. I'm just like, blah, shouts. I just like can't even. I just like you say it and I just tune everything out. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting.
You know, I don't know where it came from. I don't know if we just did it with
Yeah.
the podcast. I probably didn't say
says
that
that?
phrase. Either way you say it, I probably didn't say it much.
Yeah, I know I've heard it somewhere, but I don't remember where it's at. And the way I see it, the reason why it shouts out is because there's multiple.
Plural.
That's a
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, are you trying
So-
to say that instead of like shout outs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it shouts
Yeah.
out. Oh, yeah, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of
So why
shout
don't-
outs.
Why don't you say shout outs?
Let's do it. Shouts
Shout
out.
That sounds fucking weird.
I get like literal goosebumps when you say it.
Like let's just practice. We're wrapping up episode 35. Blah blah blah. We're gonna give fuck yous and shout outs.
This sounds so forced. It sounds so forced from you. Yeah. I'd like to give a big shout outs to shouts out. It's shouts out. I'm sorry. It's not gonna change.
I'm gonna say shout out.
You say what you want, I guess. Only because you brought us alcohol.
Maybe
So-
in other podcasts you could get away with that. Like on here, like we were already. This is episode 35. Actually,
You're like, get late to the game. We ain't change it.
if you're on episode 1, maybe it'd be a different story. Right
Maybe
now,
I can state my case that
we're
way.
too deep now to change tradition.
I'm not doing it. I refuse.
When it comes to the end of episode 35, you feel free to give as many shout outs as you want.
I'm just gonna say shout out.
What about fuck yous?
I can do fuck yous.
That's fucking that we went that way instead of
Because
fucks
then it's
yous.
weird. Yeah, it's not fucks you.
Fucks you.
Yeah. I could do
Yeah.
fuck yous because that's normal. But shouts out? Nope. Can't do it.
Nope, done. You sound forced when you're trying to
I
say
know,
it.
because I can't freaking. It's
It's
like
because you're
too-
probably from your
it's too many
Minnesota
OUs
accent.
in
Yeah,
one
that's
together.
what it is. It's only because
can't put it
she
together.
speaks that funny English. So,
I'm German.
oh yeah, that's shit. That's right. Breaking
No,
some Deutsch.
it's I'm German. It's funny because I don't think we've ever met in person, have we? We probably did.
Well, I don't know because didn't you have like
did.
an army party at the
Yeah, we had an
Y
army
Street
party at
house
AT.
once?
It's when
the
you
one
and
we
Molly
went
were
to?
together. You came over to do some laundry. It was at our house on Y Street.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So you would have met then, and then we.
But that was like 5,
yeah,
6 years
we
ago.
did that
maybe.
AT. It was home station.
Yeah.
Where we got the cake from.
Jen.
Yeah, Jen got the cake.
like,
She worked at
Burning Sky.
Laszlo, so we got like Burning Sky.
Oh yeah.
Remember? So yeah, so I think probably then because I know they were there, but that was so.
That might have been the
Long
only
ago.
time.
Yeah, and I don't even know, like, there's just so many people there. All your army guys were there.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're gonna be like, hey, how's
Yeah,
it going? Nice to meet you. When you're like reminiscing.
Well,
with
you
everybody.
knew Meston really well, so you would always give a lot of shit to Meston. I think you probably hung out with Meston most that night. Do you remember when he passed
Yeah, 'cause
out?
he
You
just
like left the note on the door for
Meston
him.
passing out, huh? That's weird.
Oh my god!
It was
in the
at that-
spare bedroom.
Yeah, it was
what
at
did
that
the note
party.
say?
It said like because
for
he was like
your
giving
memory.
you shit about passing out early or something, and you're like, yeah, whatever. And he ends up, he's like, I'm done. I'm going out.
Passed
Don't-
out.
yeah. I was like, don't. He's like, don't tell Ashley. And I was like, hey, of course. As soon as he went, I went and told Ashley. I was like, hey, Meston went to bed. What? She like wrote. She's like, you bitch ass, or like something, and like opened up the door, hung it off so like when he woke up, he could see it. But yeah, so that's probably. I mean, that's the only time that I can think of. Maybe we really haven't tailgated a lot together. I don't
No.
think so.
Yeah.
So I don't think
You
you've
guys
ever been to
have
one of their
tailgates.
tailgates or anything. So
No, but it's cool because I know Ashley from just the last few years like,
Yeah.
on Twitter. You know what I mean? So like I'll see her
We're
post. she
clearly
sees
not
my
Twitter
post.
friends.
But no, so it's just funny. Like it was the same thing with like kind of like with Tower Robinson.
Yeah.
Where both of us, though.
That was our first guest.
Yeah, both of us just knew him from social media.
Yeah.
And then we finally met him, whatever. Like, you guys know each other well. I only know you through Twitter, but it's cool to finally, like, be in a room with you and talk to you, whatever. And it's just fun, that's always fun. So I have many questions for you.
Hit me with
since
it.
you're from the north. So like, where were you born?
I was born in Roseau, Minnesota.
Okay.
And I grew up in Warroad, Minnesota, and that's 5 miles from the Canadian border.
Oh, nice.
So
You're fucking up there.
yeah. So picture the state of Minnesota. There's like tiny chimney at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom left corner is where I'm from.
Okay.
And so that's where I grew up until I was about 13. And then my parents then moved to southern Minnesota. So my parents now live 6 miles from the Iowa border. So it's only about a 6-hour drive from Nebraska. And that's where I graduated high school.
Okay.
But yeah, all of my dad's side of the family still lives way up north. I just haven't been there for the last few years. But it's like a 14-hour drive from here.
Yeah.
Did you go to Lincoln for school, or what made you brought you to Lincoln?
Yep, I came to Lincoln because I wanted to go to UNL.
Why UNL?
I wanted a degree in forensic science.
Yeah.
And that was I could have gone to Bemidji State. They have a bachelor's program for forensic science.
Say that again.
Bemidji State.
Okay.
It's in Bemidji, Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Just make sure I caught it. I don't think I've ever heard that word.
Oh,
Yeah, no, she said it's
Bemidji.
That's why, like, when you said it, I was like, am I the only one who missed that?
No, I heard it too.
But Bemidji is about 9 hours north of where my parents live now. So it was like 9 hours or 6 hours. But I grew up in a very strict household.
Okay.
And so I was like, I want to get out and I want to, do whatever I can, but not be too far away in case something doesn't go right. So I came to UNL. I have not graduated from UNL because I was on my own for the first time. So I was like, yeah, we can do whatever we want. We can stay out till 10 p.m. Because my curfew was like 8 p.m., 8:30 when I was a senior in high school. Yeah, so I didn't get to do anything.
Sucks.
But I did drink a shit ton in high school on the simple fact that I would just stay at quote unquote. I'm doing quotations. Quotes. For staying at my friend's house on the weekend, and I would just get shitholed. So I was like Waller party the whole time in high school, and then came to UNL and went for 1 year, and then finally got to move out because you have to stay on campus for the first year. Moved out and then realized I had zero money. So then I started working at Applebee's.
Yep.
And then
Met us degenerate fucks.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
and then here I'm 9 years later, I'm still here.
She's on Nasty and Friends podcast. That's
Yeah,
what's
I know. Like, this is what my life has come to.
You got to hit rock bottom.
Yep,
do,
this
you
is
really
rock
do.
bottom
That's the night
for sure.
That's the night.
It's only uphill after this.
Yeah. So you go back
Yeah.
to Minnesota. You still got family there?
Yeah, my parents still live in Minnesota. I'm actually going back next weekend. One of my really good friends is having a baby shower. So I'm still really close with a few girls from high school. We do like a girls trip every weekend. But my best friend Blair, when I met her, when I moved to Adams is where they live now. When I moved to Adams, she only lives 5 houses away from me. Well, I actually got her to move to Nebraska and coincidentally Ceresco, which is where I live now, and she's 5 houses away from me because she met her boyfriend at our housewarming party.
Nice.
So they've been together for 2 years. So we go back and hang out every now and again. So it's pretty cool. We always said to each other that we were always going to grow up together, and we were always going to have a family together, and we're always going to live 5 houses away.
And that never works out.
Yeah.
But
But-
you guys are.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a baby yet. She's not married yet, but we're getting there. Working on it.
Get it together, Birch.
But yeah,
Dirty.
no shit. Birch.
What's is there a big difference between like Nebraska and Minnesota?
Not
Other
really.
than accents, or-
Though I would say the weather, it's not as windy.
Okay.
It's not as humid and hot.
About the winters.
The winters, I would take a Minnesota winter over a Nebraska winter any day.
Really?
Why?
Just because it's more wet and windy here, so it's like ice and it's just disgusting. And there's like, but in Minnesota, you get like 10 feet of snow,
Okay.
and you walk outside and
That's
it's
a problem.
No,
No.
not at all.
But if it's
like,
just snow,
it's so
not blowing,
yeah,
then
and
yeah,
like
I
you
can
walk
see that.
outside and it's like negative 30 degrees and you breathe in and it burns your throat. That is the best feeling on the planet. I love like walking.
You shouldn't live anywhere where the air hurts your face.
That's Nebraska. The air hurts your face here. In Minnesota though, it's just so different. I don't know.
I had to walk out, breathe, choke, pass out. You know.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's just Minnesota is so beautiful. There's so many
yeah.
there's so many different things to do in Minnesota, and the more north you get, the counties are so much longer. Like the counties are like 200-300 miles wide.
Holy shit.
And so it's just open land. There's a lot of things to do, so it's really nice. When I lived in World, there's just like 2 hours to get to the closest mall, and that's in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And so, and that's the major hospital too. Like we have, like your small town hospitals and stuff, but if anything ever happens, you got to go to Grand Forks.
I almost ended up in Minnesota. The company that Maverick works at now, but my dad worked at their main office in Minnesota, and he almost took a job up there to move. And he loves the winter and stuff. I don't know why. Probably because all his family is in the southeast corner of Nebraska, where I'm from. But yeah, we almost ended up there.
No, it's gorgeous. Like you can walk outside at like negative 30 degrees and like not even wear a coat. It's just cold, but it doesn't get into your bones.
I feel like
that makes sense.
I feel like this is kind of like propaganda. You're trying to get people to like migrate to Minnesota for some reason. I'm not buying it.
We'll wake up tomorrow and we'll all be in Minnesota.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a night.
Yeah. No, it's fun. It's a good time. I really enjoy Minnesota. I don't think I would ever move back just because I'm not very close with my parents, but I think maybe I would always love to have a cabin there or anything, but
for sure.
I think it's just a little too close
There's
to home.
There's beautiful lakes in Minnesota.
That's the state motto, right?
10,000 lakes.
10,000 lakes?
There's more than 10,000, but yeah, 10,000 lakes is what it'll say on our license plate. But
I've been to Minnesota, but only in like the cities, I think. And
Minneapolis. You gone downtown in Minneapolis?
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah, I went to a Vikings game before the new stadium.
She's a huge Vikings fan,
Before
obviously.
the new stadium. This was a long, long time ago. But
new stadium's only been up like a year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, passing the shots around, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Ashley graced us with rum chata and Fireball.
Yes.
So I'm mixing shots, giving them to people
That
just
is good.
in the cap of rum chata because we.
It is like Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas is
Plan
my favorite
ahead.
holiday, and so if you can put it
Christmas
into
in a cap.
alcohol,
deal.
Yeah.
We're all sharing a cap. I hope that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
What about Paul Bunyan? Like, do you have any stories about? Is he real? Like in Minnesota, is Paul Bunyan?
Look at your eyes. Oh, listen,
Let me
bitch.
tell you a story. Hold
Take
on
a
a
shot.
sec.
Crushed it.
So, oh my gosh, I can't even think of what the town is called, but there's like a Paul Bunyan, like park.
Okay.
And it has like his quote unquote burial grounds.
Oh.
Okay.
And so you go into this park and it's like Paul Bunyan, Babe the Blue Ox, and then you walk over to the park and then over to like the northeast side of the park, there's just this grave site that is like 120 feet long.
Well, he was a giant.
It's like 5 feet off the ground. It's just like a hill, basically. They just put like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's really there, obviously.
With the ox?
I don't think the ox is there, but you can walk up and you can like climb on it and everything because it's above ground, but it's got grass over it and everything. But yeah, there's a whole, I think it's Kelliher, Minnesota.
Okay.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that was
We'll
there.
fact check
Yeah.
that. We'll fact check that.
We'll let you guys know. Follow us on Twitter
With
at
your-
Nasty and Friends.
Yeah, with your husband's reputation of coming on here telling tall tales, a lot of your stuff is going to be fact checked.
Kelliher is just outside of Bemidji.
Ah.
Bemidji.
Yeah. Bemidji. Fake Bemidji. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, nice. No, Minnesota, from what I've seen on, in the city, and then what I hear about Minnesota, is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And lakes and.
There's a lot of reservations.
Okay, is that good or bad?
I don't think bad. They're not clean.
No,
But
it's
like,
people. Yeah, you're saying
That's
they're
what I
not
was
clean
going to say.
people.
Define they.
Those lower
Like-
Native American fucks.
No, I wouldn't recommend going through like Red Lake Reservation, like at all.
Okay.
Just because it's like they do a lot of church
Scalpings?
groups around. A lot of I was like, what? No, it's just there's a lot of like church groups like in southern Minnesota that will do like I know, right? It's disgusting. That will do like volunteer work at Red Lake Reservation. It's just really run down. It's not like, and the state doesn't. They can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Actually, conveniently, one of my uncle's trucks got stolen into Red Lake, and so we could see it across the border.
can't
but
go in.
yeah, no, and there's his truck sitting there.
Hey, Indians, got it. Next time.
Oh my
Native
God.
Americans, you fuck.
Now go to the
I
bathroom.
do want to say that because you guys took a trip, you and your little wonderful family took a trip up to Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota when Rob was saying that he couldn't buy alcohol
No, Utah.
Well, okay, oh, that's right. It was Utah. I thought it was,
Yeah, we
because
went
that
to
sent
Utah.
him off on a rant. It was one of my favorite parts of that episode. So is I was gonna say, is Minnesota like that at all?
The only thing that you can't, like on Sundays, you can't buy, you can buy like 3-2 beer. Like anytime you buy alcohol in a gas station or beer in a gas station, it's 3.2% alcohol instead of like the 5 or whatever.
4.5. Like,
Yeah, that it is in like a liquor store. So the only alcohol that you can get on Sundays after noon is beer. You can't buy actual liquor because the gas stations don't sell liquor. But actually, I do think that they like passed a law, and I don't think it's supposed to start until July, where that rule doesn't like you can still buy alcohol in the like before noon or before church, basically. But I still don't know if like their liquor stores are open. I don't know if they just open that up for the gas stations. But we did have. I used to work at our local convenience store in Adams, and it was called Corky's Corner. And if people tried to buy alcohol, like you would have to deny them until it was like 12:00 p.m. You couldn't
See, Nebraska used to be that way in in restaurants and stuff.
Yeah,
like you couldn't at noon. You couldn't serve anything. Too. So but I think that they changed that for sure.
Good.
So remember because we were out bowling. And because I remember Rob went to, because we knew that because we served, like I said, bartending and served, but we were, because we used to be on a bowling league and stuff, and so we went on a Sunday, and that's a whole another story. We can get into that.
If you haven't been on a bowling league, get on a bowling league.
Yes. We could talk you into it. I know you're looking at his whole side.
No, I would. I'm not a bowler. I don't bowl well, but I would join a league.
Yeah. Just do that. Or if you just go like,
there's 2 of them.
There's 2,
But but Rob was just like, hey, could you just like give us a pitcher of beer and just ring it in afternoon? He's like, we could just do it now. They changed that law. We're like, oh shit! Like, 'cause none of us were working at restaurants again or anything like that. So that's just crazy how they stuff. Because
we were somewhere in the last year that they wouldn't sell to us before noon.
No, I think that was just a Chuck E. Cheese incident. That's the only time I could...
The Chuck E. Cheese incident. That's the only great Chuck E. Cheese incident.
I think that's the only time I can remember being denied.
Maybe.
I'm a veteran. I'm just kidding. I never said that. But
I just got back from North Korea.
You're not going to give me a beer now. I'll kill somebody. I never said that either. But it was in my head. Oh, I'll fucking burn this whole place to the ground. I'm a fireman. I got a badge. I'll burn whatever I fucking want to burn.
I got my flashlight with me.
Yeah, I will fucking take this whole place down. Give me a beer immediately. But that was the only time I can remember being denied a beer.
It's been recently that I tried to buy liquor in the morning. And I couldn't buy it till noon. I thought it was...
Maybe there's some places that are like that, but
Definitely in the Bible Belt, like I told you, Kansas, Oklahoma. Oklahoma was crazy. They had a dry county by law in Oklahoma where Fort Sill is.
Yeah.
These people had to like drive far to... Like they got all these weird rules.
Yeah, but didn't they just close down? Was it the place in Nebraska? Up northern Nebraska.
They had that deal on the border.
Oh, by like Sioux City or...
Yeah, something like that, but they closed it down. It's like a town of like... It's some like
white
white. I want to say White Cloud.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's White Cloud because there's like a White Cloud casino close, or wherever it's at. But yeah, they were in Nebraska and they were close to the border. But the other states they would always just go there because but they took away their liquor license. They can't do it now. You know, which is surprised me because the government loves alcohol.
Yeah,
fuck all the other drugs.
You used to not be able to buy liquor in Lincoln on Sundays at all. When I went to college there.
Really?
Because we used to drive out to Big Daddy's, which was a gas station way out on Cornhusker, almost to the Waverly exit to buy beer every Sunday.
Which, it makes sense. You could plan ahead and get stuff, but still. But
what if you didn't? You know? What if you're just like, God, I had a tough day and all I wanted is a beer. I'm allowed to have a beer and I can't even buy one.
And that's the thing. That's the argument I brought up. Because what happened was... I'm not going to go off.
No, you're so passionate. I love it. You should be.
No, like the people it hurts are the people who are there for... other reasons. So like,
because if you're an alcoholic and you have a problem, you're
you're like, okay, I'm just gonna stock up on Saturday because Sunday they're being real bitches about it. What happened was in Pennsylvania, our unit flew in. We were gonna be there for 3 weeks in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Shouts out.
Shouts out. We why'd you laugh? Actually, why'd you laugh?
Shout out Pennsylvania.
So we landed, we checked in the hotel, we immediately go to the bar or go get food. Have a couple beers, and then we go to a store to get liquor, and they're like, "Oh, all the places are closed." It's like 4:00 in the afternoon. Like, what do you mean they're? Well, we're going to the hotel. We just got into town, so now like immediately like, no, this guy's full of shit. Let's do some research, whatever. Everybody's hitting their panic button. Like, I can't do it.
Get back on the plane.
I can't do it. We're going home. Like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. Like, everybody's.
And
like you
you
said,
because it's not like you need
Right.
the alcohol,
Yeah,
but you're like, the moment I can't have it, like,
Like, no.
But like
Yeah,
his
just being
point.
told no. I'm sure it's a religious thing.
Yeah,
it
I'm
started
sure.
years and years
I'm
ago
sure.
about not drinking on Sunday.
Yeah.
But like what
Yeah,
Spicy said, that only fucks over people who are from
Right.
out of town.
From out of
Because
town.
people plan if you live
Yeah,
there.
Right.
live
and
there,
then you're
you
just
can
like, how long does it take me
You know
to
what?
get to the
Yeah.
So it's goddamn Mormons.
Yeah. So,
Dude, in Utah, it's nuts. All you drink is wine. Like, that's the only thing you can get, like, on a regular, or like if you drink imported beers, but they're all warm.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's fucking Mormon. Fuck.
Yeah, there's no coolers. There really is not any
like Europe.
coolers.
That's
You
what they
walk
say
in
about
and
Europe.
it's just like 6-packs of bottled
Warm
beer.
beer.
Yeah. So in Pennsylvania, like, yeah, you could go to, Pennsylvania, you can go to at least the county we were in, you could go to a bar and drink, but you can't go to a store. All the stores closed.
Yeah.
So like, this is fucking stupid. Like, we were so angry.
You know that, like, there's some people that just have, like, beer stocked in their house.
Absolutely.
That you can just
Sell
be
it,
like,
bootleg it out.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
You're like,
right.
where's
You could
the
probably
in
make a
crowd?
shit
I
ton.
need
It's probably a
them.
felony too.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Absolutely shit. So another problem that you have with us, since we're back that way, you guys kind of had
yeah.
a Twitter beef
We did.
not long ago. So part of the reason why you said that you were nervous of coming here, you're just like, I don't think Spicy's gonna like me because everything he says on Twitter that he hates, I do and I love. So I don't know how this is gonna work.
When he's like, hey, you sick fuck. Which one of you sick fucks say okie dokie? And I'm like,
that
okie
she's-
dokie.
It's like paraphrasing.
Everyone, I got 140 characters to work with. Who doesn't like an okie dokie? You know what I mean? Like, okie doke. Like, liven it up a little, you know?
I
Thank God this isn't on video.
I hear where you're coming from, and when I tweeted that, I think somebody said like okie dokie, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Who the fuck says that?" So I had to tweet it.
Yeah,
No,
of
and then he
course.
went so aggressive. Sick fucks. Which one of you sick fucks? And I'm like, oh man,
I like okie
I say okie dokie all the time.
You could, I think you could get away from it, or away with it. 2 reasons. 1, you're from Minnesota. 2, you're a woman. Like, dudes
that
can't
it?
do that. That's it. You can get away with it for those reasons. Like,
You're
if
right.
I walked around and they're like,
Gay.
hey, Spicy, we need you to check the chainsaws and make sure they're working properly. Okie dokie.
Okay. But can I say one thing though? There is, I know we're not going to talk about work, but there is one guy that I work with that says okie badokie.
Ooh, that's even worse.
That's
Way
worse.
worse.
And he says it all the time.
That's
Okie
worse.
badokie. Okie badokie. And no, I love it. Like,
Yeah.
give me all the okie badokies. Like, give me all the okie dokies. Give me all the totalies. Give me everything. I'll do it.
I wasn't offended by it because you're like, who doesn't like it? You yelled at me. Like, what is he? Why don't you like it? I don't mind it, but it is funny that he tweeted that.
I'm like, he doesn't like me. Why does he like me?
You're literally everything he says on Twitter, I do. Everything.
Well, and then it was like the whole mayonnaise and Miracle Whip thing, and I'm like, here we go
Oh,
again.
yeah. You're a miracle Whip person?
Like, listen, mayonnaise is like butter. It's like melted butter. You know how like your grandma makes sandwiches and it's like ham and cheese and butter, and you're like, ooh, thanks for the sandwich, grandma. Like, it's disgusting,
Really?
right? You know what I'm saying? Does your grandma make sandwiches like that with butter? Yours does.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Shouts out Grandma
That's
Kay.
what mayonnaise. Yeah, shouts out Grandma K. That I just said shouts.
Converting her.
Yep.
Weddings.
It happens.
Converting her.
It happens.
Liquid.
I was just
Game
going to
on.
let you go with it. I wasn't going to
I
say
heard
anything.
it, and it like because I'd stabbed my own heart. No, but it's like butter. It's
Yeah,
like
there's-
melted butter.
There's nothing wrong with melted butter.
I mean, like-
That's one of the best things about
I need like not with my ham and cheese. I need
butter.
like
Goes good on
tangy.
everything.
I need
There's
like a
literally nothing.
tanginess to it. I need like a little
I
flavor.
don't like that. I think there's.
Yeah?
I like them both, so it doesn't matter to
Oh,
me.
see, not me.
We
I think
are-
there's 2 types of people in the world, and then, I guess 3. If Pags is like he swings both ways when it comes to
course they do.
mayonnaise,
You know how it
Miracle Whip. But no, I think most people, like, we had the conversation at work, and I think it was most people like. I think whatever you grew up with, you
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like me, It's disgusting. Like, to me, like the tang, I just don't like it. Like, I could taste it immediately.
What about like your Sudley salad?
I don't know what that is. A Sudley salad? No, I don't eat a lot of salads.
That's what I was
But
say.
no, I mean
it's like a
I don't like cold sandwiches.
Oh, like it's like a pasta. It's like a cold salad, basically. But Rob and I live in a Miracle Whip mayonnaise household. Like at all times we have Miracle Whip. At all times we have mayonnaise. And if at any point in time I'm out of Miracle Whip and all we have is mayonnaise, I'm like,
use butter?
I'm like,
margarine.
I can't make dinner
Lard.
and we're eating pizza. Like, I don't know what to do with this. This is ridiculous. I refuse.
That's
It's
great.
disgusting.
Yeah, and like how I really am. And that's why sometimes I wonder like how people like after hearing the podcast, some people might be like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about Spicy. Maybe he comes off kind of aggressive sometimes. I'm sure on Twitter it's the same way. Because in real life, I don't judge anybody. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're aggressive on Twitter.
Okay.
I think I'm just 9 times out of 10 like, fuck, there's another thing that because I'm sure that you're just like, oh my God, what are these sick fucks? But like not serious about
it pops in my head. Like
and I'm like,
I said something. I think I said something yesterday. Like something just pops in my head. I'm like, I gotta fucking tweet this. I gotta get this out of But in real life, like I don't. If you like Miracle Whip, I don't think there's anything wrong with you. Like you know what I mean.
How do you feel about Okie Dokies?
For you, it's fine. I explained the 2 reasons why.
It makes perfect sense. Can you go check the sauce? Okie dokie. You're right. It just doesn't sound right.
It just doesn't sound right.
You should do it to somebody at your station just to see their reaction.
I will. But no, I don't judge it, especially something small like Miracle Whip. Like if you like that, I don't like. I'd have a problem if we were at work.
Yeah.
And they went to the store and they only bought Miracle Whip and we were doing like BLTs or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well,
tang it up.
What about the fucking mayonnaise? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to eat? I'd be upset then. But
butter.
I don't judge.
Butter is what you eat because that's what it tastes like.
I do love butter. Since we're on food, and we have you here from Minnesota. Does Minnesota have, are they known for certain types of food or anything different than here? Are they big into syrup like the Canadians? Is there a state food?
I don't know if there is a state food, but there's a few foods. There's a oofta taco.
Oofta?
Oofta taco.
So I've never heard this because I used to say oofta a lot. Somebody will say something like, oh, like especially in text, like some bullshit like, oh, oofta.
Oofta is Norwegian, and it's basically just like, ugh.
It's not German?
Something. No. No Germans. We're not German, in case anybody forgot. An oofta taco, have you ever heard of like an elephant ear?
Like for dogs?
Is that like a pork tenderloin sandwich?
Nope.
Not even close.
Okay, literally. Okay, so you know a funnel cake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so a funnel cake has like it's like braided, so there's like lines in between or whatever. Well, and an elephant ear is just you take the bread and you cut it into like 4x4 squares, and then you just deep fry it. So then it's just
like a Navajo taco.
So
let's not get racist here, Camas.
I mean, I'm not calling out any specific.
You already know she hates Indians. Jesus, you just want to bring up
Jesus. Camas just stirring the pot. Stirring the pot.
Call her Johnny Bananas. Just stir the pot.
So I know there's a shot there. Hold on, kids.
Turn up.
Okay, so give me the back of the throat there. Okay, so an oofta taco we call them elephant ears because you can just take the 4x4 square, deep fry it, and then you can still pour the brown or powdered sugar on it or whatever and eat it. It's very similar to a funnel cake.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
For an oofta taco, you make a bigger one, so consider like an 8x8, whatever.
What kind of bread?
I mean, it's just like bread dough that you deep fry.
Oh, okay,
This is
gotcha.
just like a funnel
Yeah.
cake.
Okay.
Yep. And then so it's just like a plate size of bread dough that's been fried, and then you just put like your cheese and whatever, and so it's kind of very similar to like nachos, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Because you
But
can't
on
fold
fried
it
bread.
or anything. It's just like on fried bread.
Okay.
I had one. Remember, I had an Indian taco somewhere.
Let's try to tone down the racism. Yeah.
Where was it?
No,
Might
I know.
be at
No.
Sinful Burger.
Yeah, I think it
Debbie
was.
makes Navajo tacos or Indian tacos,
No,
whatever you'd like to call it.
I don't think it was at Simple Burger. I think it was somewhere else. It
Somewhere
might have been in
else.
Chicago or something. I can't
Might have
remember.
been.
So we
They're
have
delicious.
Yeah, they're really, really good. So we have Ufta taco stands that are at like all the carnivals and the fairs and stuff like that. We have lefse. Lefse is Norwegian potato bread that you put like butter and sugar on, and you roll up into just like tiny little rolls, and you eat that for like an appetizer.
Oh, that sounds fucking delicious.
Rob calls them tortillas, which is like might as well, which is like whenever he says he's like, oh, we're having tortillas, and my whole family's like, what?
They already hate him.
These are not,
so because
they're not tortillas. They're a little bit sweeter.
it's definitely
but they're
his
very,
fault.
very
You
thin.
moved.
Like
But it's really good.
Kinda like a
Yeah,
crepe?
yeah,
Okay.
very similar to a crepe. You can only get
Those
like
French
they sell
fucks.
them. They sell them at Hy-Vee, but not at Hy-Vee in Nebraska. So my parents will like ship them
What
to
are they
me.
called?
Lefse.
Lefse.
Lefse. And they're really good.
Spelling bee?
Yeah. I love spelling.
Use it in a sentence, please.
I love to eat your lefse.
Yeah, you do.
But you can do sugar and butter with it, or some people will do butter and brown sugar with it. But it's just kind of like an appetizer thing. I don't know what else. My family personally, when we eat grilled cheese.
Well, I know where you're going with this. So, because this is a cooking show, we're going to continue with it. You're going to answer a question that we're already going to ask you, and you need to think of it too, Camas.
Yeah.
We asked this on the last podcast. It is
I have a lot.
something that you eat that is weird to everybody else that you think is normal.
Right.
So, I know this. I know this
Okay,
what
I'll
you're gonna
hold it.
say
Thank
because
you.
I know. But that was the question that we're gonna ask everybody. He couldn't think of one last one. Mine was from last week. Was I think you've seen it. But when we eat spaghetti, we peanut butter on bread and then put the spaghetti in the bread and then eat it.
Blair. Can I save it?
Yeah,
I guess?
yeah, no,
Because
yes,
Blair
no,
used
say-
something weird.
Yeah, go ahead.
Blair does sugar on her spaghetti.
What?
Her family does
No, I've heard of that.
with sugar on top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
It's
disgusting.
No. That's all right. Some people do that with tacos too. I've seen people put sugar on tacos.
I've never seen either one of those.
But like, I when I used to make, not like spice up my spaghetti sauce, I used to put a little sugar in there. But now I use Mr. C's, which is already naturally.
Okay, I mean I get it. Like in the spices, but like so they have like the spaghetti's done and then she just put sugar on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like she puts the noodles, the sauce on her plate, pours the sugar on it. It's supposed to help like the acidity, is what she says.
Okay.
But I'm like,
That didn't make any sense.
disgusting.
It's just so everybody's aware. I like my spaghetti mix. I don't like to put spaghetti noodles and then the sauce on top. I like if you just mix all like the spaghetti and the sauce all together. In
Oh
one
yeah,
pan.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, you get those weird.
The only
I thought
thing,
you were saying the opposite. Like you don't like them to touch, kind of.
but then you gotta
No,
make sure.
there's people who like they cook the noodles and they do the sauce.
Yeah.
They take the noodles, put it on the plate, and they just put the sauce on it. Then they mix it on their plate.
Okay.
I like it all together in one pan.
But how do you feel about reheating that? Because doesn't that dry out your noodles?
no, not at all. Like how could it dry out the noodles if the sauce is in it?
What was that look? Why are you staring at my dude like that?
It does though. It's like
No,
it
it's the best.
seems like-
Spaghetti's better second day anyway.
I
after it
know,
sits.
but I feel like if you have it all mixed together, if you keep it separate, when you microwave it, then it's like it's so much. It just feels drier.
Absolutely not. But even if it is, you could just put like a little bit of water on it. Like I've done that, just like a little, and
Put
just
some water on that damn shit.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I know.
But so, did you think of anything weird that your
I
family
don't-
that?
I don't know that I can think of anything weird. We used to always eat fried bologna sandwiches.
Yeah, we ate that growing up.
Just fry them up, and my mom always used
Ooh,
to
like
make
Monte Cristo-ish with
kind
like
of, yeah, without the grape jelly.
Oh.
I love those though. My mom always used to just make tortillas with shredded cheese roll-ups,
Yeah.
and then like salsa and sour cream mixed together to
Oh,
dip them in.
nice.
I don't think that's weird though.
I don't think
Can't
that's
of
weird
anything.
either.
Can't think of anything we ate growing up.
I don't know
that
if
was
you
weird.
heard my example, but you'll hear it on
that the
last
sugar?
week's podcast. No, that was
Oh.
her friend. Where we just will eat like a piece of bread, peanut butter, and then when I'm eating spaghetti, I'll put the spaghetti in the bread and then
Oh,
just
gross.
eat that. It's not, have you tried it?
No.
Don't tell me it's gross. Then.
I think the number one weird thing in Nebraska though, like chili and cinnamon rolls. Like
What rolls?
Cinnamon?
Listen, I
She can't say that
struggle
word.
with saying the word cinnamon, so we're just gonna bleep that out.
No,
I don't think I can
the
eat
fireball
chili without
rolls.
cinnamon.
Yeah, they're fireball rolls. Who eats that together? I don't understand.
All of Nebraska.
I know, but I don't.
Delicious.
I don't
Yeah,
get
so
it.
good.
Like, where's the cornbread?
No,
I do like cornbread with chili too.
Yeah, I, like at work and at home, I think, I don't know about at home, but yeah, you have to have either cornbread or cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
At work, I think we alternate, but yeah, cinnamon rolls.
Have
you tried it?
I love cornbread with any soups. I
yeah,
don't
the
usually eat it with chili
breakfast
because I use crackers, but it is good.
The rolls are breakfast and the chili is like lunch. Like I
think it's
do
the
you
sweet and the salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
eat
always-
one and then like do you alternate?
Some
dip it in
people
there.
do. Some people dip the whole roll in the chili. I personally eat the chili, then top it off with the cinnamon roll. I don't ever put.
So it's like a
Sometimes,
dessert.
yeah, that's how I eat it. A lot of people though from Nebraska, they do put the cinnamon roll in the chili and eat it with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
some people
I'll
do
like
that.
sometimes
I'll
I'll
dip it
take
in
a
there.
bite of
Yeah.
each at the same time. That's very often. I usually just eat mine after.
It's out of control.
Hey, this is a cooking show. Everybody's free to their.
To the wrong opinion. So, what's the weird thing that that you eat? Which I already know that asking.
Okay, so grilled cheese,
Yeah.
obviously, is like classic and the best. Top it off with a little grape jelly.
Okay.
Life changing.
I've never had it.
Try it.
Before you fry it, like it with the cheese.
Oh yeah. good
Nope.
question.
Side or on the top.
You fry it, you do it,
Okay.
and then you spread the very top,
The
with
top,
some
that's
grape jelly only because strawberries just it doesn't
not the
hit the
same.
bread right.
Okay.
Grape jelly though, I'm not kidding you. You will never eat your grilled cheese.
I'll have to try
Try
that.
No,
that.
I believe you because
It's
when
so
I do
good.
sometimes when I do a breakfast sandwich, I'll do like a biscuit, put it in half, put grape jelly on it, eggs, bacon, hash browns, whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
And then do that. And I imagine it'd be the same thing with the
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
Well,
So
that would
good.
be kind of Monte Cristo like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that has
Yeah.
the grape jelly.
But
just
I still think
ham.
that would qualify as weird, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean, because you said
No,
is that your
everyone's
family or
like-
is that a Minnesota thing?
I
Or-
don't know if it's a Minnesota thing. My family has done it. Like, I can't even think. I don't know anyone outside
Okay.
of it. I know that Blair's like that's the most disgusting thing ever. So
Yeah, and she lived 5 houses from you, so it
Yeah.
still does.
I was gonna say real quick, a couple minutes ago, she was talking about her friend Blair. She said Blair. I had a flashback.
Oh, to Blair's
and I
Mega
looked-
Death Sauce?
I looked
Yeah.
at the bookshelf because that's on our first podcast. We ate the Blair's Mega Death Sauce with Liquid Rage. It fucking killed us. So then Pags put the 2 bottles of hot sauce on the bookshelf with the labels facing away because we were mad at it.
Yeah, we yelled at her. They were
You're
thinking
like,
about what they were doing. It
No.
Yeah,
sucked.
so a couple minutes ago, she's like, "Yeah, Blair," and I was like, "The sauces aren't even there anymore." But it was still like haunting me.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I remember everybody who I said last week, because you asked, you thought about keeping it out for our guest to try. And I said, I have this friend who doesn't even eat pepperoni because it's super spicy. That's actually, I didn't want to say it because I knew it. You'd be like, oh, she's coming. You know,
Oh yeah,
and
no,
I didn't want to
He's
say
like,
we
that.
didn't wanna give it-
literally-
we didn't want to give it up.
pepperonis, I can't even eat them. But which is super weird because when I was pregnant, I was obsessed with like pepper jacks cheese balls, like with cheese. The
Cheese curds, but pepper jack
pepper jack
flavored.
cheese,
Yeah,
yeah.
that sounds
I
good.
was like, give me everything. It was so
Knows
good.
that. I've never had that.
Culver's?
No,
Don't they have
the
them?
Ding,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the Ding in Raymond,
Yum.
Nebraska.
That sounds like a sex place.
The Dingle, it's actually called the Dingaling.
Oh, I've heard of it. No, I've heard
The
of it.
Ding
Yeah.
for short.
Oh no. You
Best
said it's
place.
in Raymond.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the duck races in Avoca?
I was gonna say duck races are like they're in Avoca, but
Yeah.
isn't that like a long ways from Raymond?
Yeah, but I went to the duck races one year.
Oh.
And we got on a bus at Raymond, and I want to say it was at the Dingaling.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, and then all the
Because
buses
like
up
every
there.
party bus, that's the only bar in Raymond.
Oh, okay.
No, I would be like, Rob, you have to stop before you get home. You have to get 3 orders of these pepper jack cheese balls because I want to eat all of them in the next 25 minutes. They were so good. But no, pepperonis, like, I don't mind, like, the flavor. I'm starting to get better at it, like, eating outside of the box. I eat, like, peppers and stuff.
Phrasing.
But I only eat, like, green peppers
Thank
and
you.
red peppers, so they're more, like, sweet. They're just kind of like the flavor. I just don't like it when my mouth's on fire. Like, I can't get past
I
that.
just love it that it's because pepperoni is like for like us, it's like
mild.
it's nothing. Yeah.
No, and they
but
just-
I'm saying you
it's
can't
like-
help it.
I don't
you
mind
know?
like cold
Well, you can.
pepperoni because cold pepperoni is not spicy, but when it's like cooked on a pizza,
So like a pepperoni pizza, you know.
No,
'Cause I know
I'll
we'd
pick it
always
all
get
off,
from
and
like
What
eats my
kind of
pepperonis.
pizza do you eat?
I eat. It's terrible. I eat cheese pizza. I'll eat like sausage
fucking
pizza.
worthless.
All right.
I will eat like supreme pizza, but I do have to take off like the olives, the onions, the mushrooms. So I'll eat
I
like
take off the peppers, onions, mushrooms,
No,
pepperoni.
I like
so hamburger pizza.
I like the peppers. I'll have like hamburger pepper pizza, but
Yeah.
no, I am like very. I don't know.
I get that.
Mushrooms though can't.
You're a pretty picky eater though, and you're
I'm
way
getting-
better than when we first got together.
When I first met Martin, I was like chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese.
Right.
I was like a 6-year-old.
Well, since you're so close, or used to be so close to the Canadian border, do you fucks with poutine?
Oh my god, with fries and mashed potatoes and all that
gravy,
jazz, that shit's
curds,
bomb.
yeah.
You can't get better poutine than if you're in Canada.
Well,
I mean,
it's a
people
Canadian.
obviously
It's
try.
what Canadian. The only
Yeah.
thing Canadian.
It's like you can't get a better
So
taco.
good.
You can't get a better taco
No.
than Mexico, of course. You know.
You get like sausage bits like cut up with gravy and all that jazz. Yes. All of it.
Hell yeah. I've never had a legitimate poutine. I've had it, but I want to go because we're gonna.
I haven't had it in years
Yeah.
because I can't get across the border.
Yeah.
I don't have a passport, one. And Rob can't go to the border for like 3 more years.
It's because I have kids there. But
My uncle though isn't allowed across. He's technically an illegal immigrant.
dude, they don't fuck around.
No, I know.
Canada has really strict.
Yeah,
laws.
even if you have like
Yeah.
a
DUI,
DUI,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's what you
So
gotta wait.
that's why-
like, hold
he's-
on here.
Hold on there, bud.
What
Hold on
used
there,
to be
bud.
though is so
Okay,
crazy
guy.
is like you used to be able to to get to the northwest angle, that's the most northern part of Minnesota.
Okay.
You have to go through Canada
And
to come back in. Well, back in like when my dad was like in high school and stuff, there was a red phone booth, and if you crossed the border, you had to call the border patrol from that red phone booth by like 20 minutes because it should only take you like maybe 5-10 minutes to get to the northwest angle, so you had to call from that phone booth. But now, obviously, you can't get across the border without having any sort of like papers or anything. But my uncle, he doesn't have his born abroad papers, so
Okay.
he used to drive the school bus for our school, and he can only cross at the Warroad border. He can't cross anywhere else because the border patrol knows him, but he doesn't have his born abroad papers, so he can't update his passport.
He was born in Canada.
Yeah, he was born in Canada, but he went to high school or went to, school in Minnesota, high school in Minnesota, graduated college in Minnesota, but he doesn't have his papers to show it, so he can't update his passport because now that Canada needs to have a passport to go in there, so he can't technically be in the States.
When did they pass that? Because you said never.
Like 5 years ago.
I was gonna say
maybe?
it's been pretty
Yeah.
recent, if I remember right. Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 years ago. But no, my whole family, is... I think he's the oldest, so I think he's the only one that doesn't have any sort of, like, papers or anything. But
You can't get it from Canada?
I mean,
You can't get it, like, from
From the hospital that he was born at, or
I don't know. I haven't seen him for a really long time, so I don't know that.
call him up. Tell him Nasty and Friends got some fucking
Go
questions.
live.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
go
gonna
live
help
with
them.
them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go live. Just kidding.
We did say, and you'll hear it because I know you listen to every podcast, but last podcast that was just done a couple hours ago, or last week for you listening fucks. But I can say that because we're in a safe space.
Yeah,
We're taking an international tour. We're gonna do two things. We're taking an international tour, so we're going to Canada and London. We figured out, and then we're gonna throw a party for all of our listeners, and we're only gonna say it on the podcast. Whoever listens knows when and where
we're
it's
gonna
gonna
go?
be.
I have a cousin who lives in Germany.
Oh, really? Do you know where at?
Germany, she said. Jesus.
She in
Did she go to
Germany.
school there? Or?
No, she is getting married there. Actually, her fiance is from Germany, and so she lives there, and she does speech pathology for kids who are on there for like Navy, like Army brats,
Oh, yeah,
Navy
yeah,
brats,
okay.
kind of thing. Yeah,
Okay. Oh, sweet.
she does speech pathology for their like bases.
Speak German?
Yes, she does.
The correct answer is yeah.
I don't know how well, but she did just post like not too long ago something in German, and then
Did you hit the translate button?
Oh, of course. What the fuck she's talking about?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Sauerkraut and potatoes.
Right? Is that all that's there? I think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, German food's so good.
Yeah, you went to Germany once, right?
Well, I was born in Germany, you son of a bitch.
That's why I said it, just so everybody's
What?
aware.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, no, I knew he was born. That's why I said it.
Yeah, I was there a few years ago, and then me and Camas plan on going there, hopefully in a couple of years.
Do you have family that
Yeah.
still lives there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
you
she
do
does
too?
Yeah.
Oh
Her-
my
her-
god!
Her parents want to go, and Just fucking go.
Yeah.
They should go now. They're
They've
healthy.
been. My parents have been before.
Oh, I didn't know.
They went with my grandparents about 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't
A long
know
time
that.
ago. But they want to go again.
Yeah, they
but I
definitely
have
should.
second cousins that still live.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you close with them? Or?
No, I've never met them.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Maybe
My
just
brother-
maybe
Wow,
just
but
pop
second
in.
cousins too,
my
though.
brother
That's
was
close.
living overseas, and he met them. When
Okay.
they went to
So, but I mean, they like know of you. It's like
Yeah.
you just don't do the popping. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Like second
Right.
cousin
Yeah, we
pop
could
in
arrange
from.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, that's good.
Yeah, you just show up wearing your American flag T-shirt, fucking
Let us in.
40 ounce of Budweiser, like, hey, I'm here, bitch. Let's do this.
They're gonna be like,
whoa.
no, bye.
Got your American
Not
flag
today.
bra on with your Kid Rock panties.
Yeah.
This is not Nicki Minaj.
Oh, it's Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
That's a. I get that
Yeah.
move. They just switched because it's been on
Yeah,
Nicki
it has.
Fucking Amari.
for
Those
a
big
while.
ass Timberlands.
How do you feel about eating the booty like groceries? Is
Like, no.
that a Minnesota
This is a girl
thing?
who ate mac and cheese and chicken.
Yeah.
No!
There's no ass eating.
Ain't-
Yeah.
There's no
Hi, I'm Pagnasty. I eat ass. Sorry, girl.
I don't know. I am like so weird about like anything.
Sex?
Yes, I can't.
She-
I don't know.
So remember when you left that
Right.
MILF porn there and they
Yeah.
came over?
Yeah.
I go, hey, AB, because that's what I call Ashley. I say, hey, AB. She turned on, I just opened it. She's like, oh my God. Like, 'cause I know she's just
can't.
like, I wouldn't say that you're uptight
No.
about it.
it's
It's
your
just,
upbringing.
She grew up, yeah.
I just am like, ugh. I don't know what to do. Like, I just am, everyone's like, oh, isn't that funny? And I'm like, oh my God, like I get sweaty. I don't know. It's
But you were
weird.
raised really Catholic, right?
Yes.
You said? Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
too.
My mother's very
So I'm
Catholic.
surprised
My
you're not,
gran-
you're
My
probably
grandma
a
is
freak.
like Mother Teresa. She might as well be.
Yeah, your grandma's so cute though.
She sent me a Bible for Christmas.
Just trying to get you
But what
back.
was funny
Yeah.
is because she sent me the Bible she actually sent to me. So she sent a Bible to all of the grandkids.
Are you sure you want to say this? You're in a safe place. You 100%
do.
can. I'm just saying.
So she had sent a Bible to every single one of the grandkids
Smart.
with a letter that was like, oh, this is the Bible, blah, blah, blah. I love you guys. Well, she had accidentally sent me my sister's
You have to wash it.
with a note to my sister. And it was like, I'm really into my faith. I don't know what happened to Ashlee.
Oh, no.
Is your grandma doing all right? That's a pretty big mistake.
And I, so she was basically like, I don't know what happened with her, but, like, she's clearly off the road somewhere, and...
She hates
for
Indians.
her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
and
know.
she was like, I just really, like, hope that this brings everybody back to normalcy, and... so I called my sister and I was like, did you get my Bible? I'm pretty sure I got yours. And then so my sister ended up getting mine a few days later and she sent it to me and it was just like, I love you. This is my Bible. No questions about like where I fell off the planet or anything. And so then I called my aunt and I was like, okay, did any of the other like, have you talked to your kids? Have they gotten like a weird letter? And everything was like, oh my God, everything's great. So she had only sent this off letter to my sister, which conveniently was mailed to me.
That was
my
God.
sister
That
lives
was
in
God
Utah.
working.
I live in Nebraska. It was.
Amen.
And
Yeah. We're
and
back
so,
to Nicki Minaj, by the way.
No,
Just so
ever
everybody
since
knows. Keep
then,
going.
she's just. But yeah, my grandma's like very Mother Teresa. Like
Right.
she goes to church every morning
Yeah.
from 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m.
She said the prayer at your wedding, which I thought was pretty cool.
She did,
Yeah.
and she has to. I mean, she's Jesus.
She can't eat M&Ms then.
Oh my God.
Like there's nobody better.
Jesus.
She is like, I'm not kidding you. She's like, she's followed which maybe she's not Jesus. I don't know. But
Does
she's
she have holes in
followed.
her hands?
Huh?
Holes in her hands?
She might as well have from the book. I mean, if you follow the book, I don't know. I
I've
don't.
never read the book.
But
I think it's
she
propaganda.
is like to a T. Like my uncle, he fasts every other day.
Isn't that
So-
a Buddha thing? Buddhism?
He only eats Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He fasts. He doesn't eat anything. He doesn't
probably
even
do
drink
that.
anything. Tuesdays,
No, not even like alcohol?
no, nothing. Not even water. Or he will have water or tea.
Where does that say that in the Bible?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're not turning this tour. We all talked about this before.
But he does Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He does not eat. The only thing, if he wants anything to eat, then he just drinks water or tea. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, he eats whatever he wants, and then Saturday and Sunday he eats whatever he wants. So he fasts like 3 days a week. But he's like lost like 45 pounds, but like
Like I
clearly
said.
because he's like starving himself. But
Right.
I'm
That's
like,
not
God,
good.
I wish I could do that, but I need to have like at least 15 Pop-Tarts
Yeah,
in the
but
morning.
yeah, you look good though. Like, I mean, you lost a lot of weight since.
Yeah,
like, at
56 pounds.
Yeah, she
Oh,
used to be
shit.
56 pounds heavier.
Dude, I was a whale.
She crushed it though. That was
I was
awesome.
205 pounds when I had Owen.
Yeah, but it's not even that. I'm even talking about before that. Like when you were younger and you lost, like you saw a picture of yourself, right? Like on Facebook or something. You're like, no. And
Yeah,
you're like,
before I had Owen, I
Yeah, I
lost
think-
like 26 pounds, I think.
Yeah. So that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So I remember like going like tubing. I was like, I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, I know you know what I'm saying, but I was like, you look good. I was like,
I know,
like in her
and that was
two-piece,
the
I was like,
last time I
just
wore
like-
two-piece. I'm still not wearing no two-piece. You're like, oh,
I was like, I just,
maybe
it's a little weird. She's like, no, I totally understand with what I was like, I know, but I just like because I think if people are losing weight, it's good to acknowledge it. Like when Maverick,
for
like
sure.
I mean, how many times I shot him out on the podcast?
Oh,
like, I'm so
yeah.
fucking proud of him for losing that weight.
Yeah.
He's keeping
Oh
it
my
off.
God, he looks like
it's-
a whole different person.
Right, yeah, he
He's like
looks
so much
awesome.
younger.
Yeah, he used to look like me.
Yeah, but when you have AIDS and you start smoking crack, you're gonna lose weight. Either way,
Eat that
shouts
strawberry
out.
pudding, you fat ass.
Yes. You fucks remember that story.
Oh my God,
Remember
that was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. One of the
Like
best.
eating out of the whole bowl. Like, give me a bite. I'm like, fuck you. You're fat.
Oh, you are! We just hug each other. Just
Yeah, we were just like, okay,
Yeah,
let's
you
eat it
try
together.
this one.
Oh my God,
Absolutely.
dude.
Look at the screen.
Oh
I
yeah,
know,
it just
it's
maxes
like
out. Dude, it
fucking
happens.
laughs.
It happens.
You know, people are gonna be like,
No,
No,
this
yeah.
is my 35th episode. Like,
yeah.
people know.
They know to turn it down.
Yeah, people know, for sure.
So before we get into like real hardcore raunchy sex stuff with you,
Oh, yeah.
I want to finish up
can't.
not
We're not
live.
getting into
No,
that,
I'm like
right?
just the conversation.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to finish up.
This is
on
the
two
first time. I didn't tell you that? Like, it's going down right now.
Call 911.
Can't
full
rate
as it is.
feet. Dave Chappelle.
Oh my god, dude, we'll get into that.
Oh my gosh, I'm not driving home.
You're gonna have to meet Rob halfway. Meet us in Louisville.
I know Rob and be like, honey, I'm coming home at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm sorry.
We're talking sex stuff now. I'm definitely staying.
No! I'm
Weird
definitely
stuff.
like drinking too much because I'm uncomfortable.
stuff.
Weird stuff.
Butt stuff.
No, but is there anything? Do you have do you cook?
Yes, I actually I haven't normally cooked. My dad has always cooked for the family, so it's always been like in my head. It's always been like men cook.
No.
Women don't do anything.
Sorry.
Absolutely not.
Turns out that's not how it works. But I've actually like I'm not a very good I don't have like I'm not very intuitive, I guess you could say, with cooking. Like I need to follow a recipe.
Well, no, it's fine. That's
but
fine.
I can follow a recipe like to a T.
Oh yeah.
And so that's I mean, I'm pretty good at it.
It's always so funny because we always joke around because it was JPEG's I and then her and Rob like lived together.
Exactly.
And we'd always sit around. We'd have like drinks at the end, like as you know, roommates and best friends. We were just like, how funny would it be, like if Ashlee and I ended up together and Rob and Jen ended up together? Because we would be starving.
French fries. Like McDonald's French fries every night and
It's like-
fucking a bottle of Captain.
Yeah, we'd be fucked. Thank God for JPEGs and Rob.
For real. We would be like, we don't even know how to change a light bulb. Like, we would be on a side street somewhere just like, we're drunk.
Look at our pretty kid.
Yeah, it would be out of control. Out of control. But no, I'm very like, I'm still really insecure about like my cooking because I'm like, oh my God, is it good? I don't know. But Rob says it's really good and but I know, but I think it's good. And there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, this is not good at all. And he's like, no, it's really good. So I think he's trying to be nice. But I think I'm getting better. I just like, I can't memorize anything.
No.
So I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I'm like, yeah, teaspoon is this much. When I'm like, a teaspoon is a cup.
If you didn't do it like growing up, then yeah. So like
Yeah.
JPEGs is like that. But again, she has a degree in culinary arts. She grew up cooking. All of her jobs
Yeah.
in high school were cooking. So yeah. So she's like, yeah, I'm just like, what'd you make tonight? I was like, oh, you need to make this again. She's like, I don't even remember what's in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I don't even know. Like, I still Google, like, how much a teaspoon is of, like, a tablespoon of something else. Like, what can I do instead of
conversions?
garlic
Yeah,
powder?
no,
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to be
No,
like,
you're not alone.
if I don't have, like, the right spice, I'm like, what can I do? I have no. So I'm just like throwing shit together, but it's turned out really good.
What kind of things do you like to cook? Or, you know what I mean?
Like, what's your go-to meal?
Yeah, you got a go-to.
Like, if you have a go-to.
Like, if you're really trying to get the D, and you're like, all right, I got to get this guy.
I mean, I can get the D whenever. Because Rob's like literally like today, tomorrow, the next day.
Well, that's what happens when you cut them off 360 days a year.
Like, I'm literally only ovulating once a month. So I don't know. We eat a lot of chicken.
Okay.
So I really like this. God, what is it called? Can't even think of what it's called. But it's kind of like this like fiesta type chicken pasta where it's got like red peppers, green peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes, like garlic, all that stuff you like put together, and it's kind of
masala or whatever. Like
Masala.
I'm blanking.
Marsala, maybe?
I can't think of like there's like this. It's like an orangey type sauce. I can't think of it at all. But
Is it like a Louisiana style, or is it like a not the kind of Indian that you hate, but like
I
the
think it's
Indian
more
country?
Dot, not feather.
Yeah,
is what you're thinking of.
I think it's more like Italian than it is spicy.
Yeah, because this is
this is you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
And I'm blanking.
But I can't think
chicken
of what it.
cavatelli?
I don't know.
Chicken parmesan?
All right.
Fried chicken?
No, I don't know. But the only part that really sucks is like when I follow a recipe like to a T, I will get like exactly what the recipe needs, and then I sit there for like 3 hours like chopping everything, and I can't chop anything. Like I look like an idiot trying to do things.
Like you're just hacking at it.
Yeah, and I'm like just sitting there, and I'm like, this is how you dice. I don't know.
Right.
Like I can't. You cannot get my fingers in there because I've already sliced my fingers trying to cut a lime the other day.
Oh yeah.
Trying to cut a lime, I just sat there and just sliced my whole finger in half, and I was like,
Did you continue and fucking get the lime in there? Because that's the worst.
yes!
Oh,
And
so
then I was like,
finger.
Blair, help me, I'm dying! It was out of control. So I'm getting better at the cooking, but
Yeah, I'm not a good cook, as you know. We've said that, but JPEG, she still crushes it. If I ever get a job where I get off before her because she works like a lot later, like she gets off at she gets home about between 5:30 and 6 every day. So she's like, "You're gonna have to start cooking." I was like, "I don't know about that." So like she want egg sandwiches and omelets all the time.
Yeah, you like breakfast. You like to
I
cook
love breakfast. Yeah. And she has a bomb ass recipe for waffles that I can do, and we have a KitchenAid, so I try to do that.
Dude, I love our KitchenAid. We got a KitchenAid for my parents for Christmas, and then for Mother's Day, Rob got me like a ceramic bowl for the KitchenAid.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's so you can make like they have so much shit you can make, like noodles and shit like that. So yeah, dude, JPEGs loves it. She got one a while back for Christmas from her parents, and then I got a good friend who it's the mysterious Amanda.
Oh my god, the one that doesn't exist.
Well, I had a friend that I've known since like 8th grade, and she's one of my best friends. We talk maybe once every other couple months. We just text. But I'd always say I got my friend Amanda. She's like, who is this Amanda? She's like, she's mysterious. Nobody's ever seen her. You're
Literally,
lying.
I think I've seen her
once, yeah. And so we just call her.
I don't even know if it was her. Like, I ain't seen no papers.
Yeah, so we just call her Mysterious Amanda in our own. But yeah, so she bakes. She loves to bake. Like she's awesome. Like at cooking. Like she could pretty much do any flavor of like cupcakes that you want. Like anything you could think. She made like Dr. Pepper cupcakes once.
Did you see the cake I made for Owen for his first birthday?
Yes,
the first
I
time?
did.
The first time?
Yes, the first time. Because you posted the picture. You got to tell Cam.
Oh my god. Okay, so I made this cake, and like I'm not a good. I'm just like, okay, let's do this.
But the fact that you're trying is just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Domesticated.
Yeah, trying. Clearly that's not working out. So I had gotten like the two like 8-inch pan or 4-inch pans, maybe something like that, just to make like a small round. But I didn't think about like waiting till everything like completely cooled down.
Before you put it together.
Yeah. So I put it together and it stayed together, and that was fine. And so then I started to frost it, and so I wanted to do like a white frosting on the outside just to kind of like get everything to push together, and it was good. So then I mixed a blue frosting together, and I was like, okay, like this is gonna be great. But at the same time, I didn't put the cake on the pan that it was supposed to be on. Like I had taken it out of the pans and put it on like a
cooling rack,
just a cooling rack type thing, and then started decorating or whatever. So I decorated it all, and it was perfect. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm a genius!
Yeah, Mom of the Year!
I like, this is the best thing ever. So then I go to move it over to the real pan, and it, like, the whole backside just completely falls out. Like, it was just like somebody had just taken one big bite out of the whole cake, and I was like, okay, so we're not gonna do this now? Perfect. Which actually worked out really good because Owen was teething really bad that weekend, so we had to push our pictures to the next weekend. So I was like, okay.
Yep, second time around.
Nobody knew any different. He still
Baking is
hated the
different.
cake. He hated
Baking is a
it.
very
Baking
different-
is not cooking.
Because
It's
I can
different.
cook. I think I'm a decent cook. I don't think I can't bake. So cakes and cupcakes and
I can bake, like,
pastries, I'm out.
peanut butter cookies, and that's it. Like, Rob is obsessed with my peanut butter cookies, but that's the only thing I can do.
You
Like,
put breast milk in them?
No.
That would be good.
It's been a long time since I've had any breast milk.
Yeah.
Years.
Not me. I had some the other day.
It's got to be good for you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gotta be. It does. It tastes like ice cream. Have you guys ever tasted
Yeah,
breast
it's
milk?
super sweet.
It
Yeah,
is.
100%.
Have you? You've never?
No.
It really does taste
I'll have to
like
bring
melted
you
ice
up some
cream.
next time.
It's sweet. Yeah, it's bizarre.
I didn't realize it was that sweet at all. JPEG's like, yeah, because she does all the research because she's a way better parent. But,
We
yeah.
always taste it when you're nursing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Make sure it's all right.
It's just like a party.
Yeah. No, but when you stop nursing, you're like gay.
I'm gonna be
die.
like, it's gonna be nice when she stops nursing, but it's not, or when because we just what we call pump and dump now. Like he's not on the tit, but she still pumps and all that. It'd be nice because then she'll have more free time, but then I won't get to see her boobs as much because I see them like twice.
And then they'll literally go down to like 3 sizes smaller than they were before she got pregnant. They will say bye bye.
Gay.
Literally gone.
So see you.
All new bras.
God, it would have to suck to be a woman. No,
God, for real.
For like no
Your
offense,
life
ladies.
flips upside down. And then when it tries to go right side back up, you're like, that's not the life I had.
I'm just excited I could stand and pee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
It's all worth it. I mean,
I could stand and pee if I got one of those, like, don't they have those contraptions now
Yeah.
that you can, like,
It's like a
hook
cup.
around? Yeah, it's like a funnel.
Yeah, you could. I don't see you doing that though.
No. Absolutely not.
We all know those chicks that would do it for sure. 100%.
No,
yeah, that
I'll
seems
go
like
in, like, the
way
water.
more work trying to
It
put
just seemed like
one of
a
those
lot of
things
work.
on rather than
Yeah.
sit down.
I can do what you can do.
That would just be more
The
time.
only problem that I have is, like, when you try to go squat, especially, like, when you're camping and you're drunk, like, you cannot hold yourself up. Like, you're like, I need to find a tree if there's no tree, and trying to hold my arms, like, I might as well break my arm. Like, I can't hold my weight
I get
to
it.
pee for 5 minutes it takes you.
I've had to shit out in the woods.
Oh yeah.
I've never.
You look so offended. Your face is like, I never.
No.
No.
That's the best way to poop.
No.
Yes.
Dude, last time
Nothing to wipe.
I don't
Well,
know.
no, you gotta be prepared. You gotta baby wipes or
Yeah,
something.
baby wipes.
Oh, okay.
Because if we're out in the field,
Yeah, but
you
being-
take field
you're
showers.
This
and
way,
shit.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so in your house, you have your toilet, you have your phone. You could check Twitter. You could get on YouTube. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, Post Secret.
Yeah.
Post what?
Post Secret? Do you ever watch?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
ever,
you guys don't know what Post Secret is?
Post
They're a little bit older than we are.
Postsecret.com. Every Sunday they post new secrets, and it's basically like people send in their secrets to this place
On a postcard.
on a postcard,
But
and they
they're
post
totally
them.
anonymous.
Yeah, 100%.
Postsecret.com.
Postsecret.com. Every Sunday they upload new stuff.
So people be like, oh, like, I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, some
Is
people.
it Q&A or just...
No, some people just
No.
report, like, this person's like, he's like,
I
I'm
did
gay,
this.
I've been gay my entire life, my parents don't know, they're, you know, like, shit, some people put
And
some
they-
dark shit in there, like,
And they
it's
just
kind
put
of cool.
it on a postcard and they send it in. Or some people don't even put it on a postcard. People can put it on, like, anything. As long as, like, the address is on there
Yeah.
that it needs to go to, then, like, the post office will deliver it.
Yeah, and they just pretty much, like, take a picture and then just post it.
they
It's
put it
kind
on
of cool.
So that's what you guys
Check it
do when
out.
you guys are pooping.
No,
Yeah.
I just had a
I only
girlfriend
poop
who
on
used to watch it.
Sundays.
You're female, you fluff. But yeah, I've shit out. Like, can't remember if I told you the story, but last time we were deer hunting, we were sitting because I like to hunt from a truck, obviously not from the road because that's illegal. But we sit in a field, you know, which is totally legal.
Yeah.
And Vito's like, I got shit, I can't hold it. I was like, just fucking go. He's like, I brought toilet paper. So he goes up, and the way he was angled, he didn't angle it right, and he shit all over, like, into his tire. Yeah.
Like, how does it go, like, sideways?
I don't know how his asshole's set up, but I mean, it's just like the way it's like leaning up against it. I'm sure it wasn't like a turd. Like, I think he had
fired off
drank.
a rocket.
He drank the night before, so he had AIDS. You know, the alcohol-induced drizzle shits.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
so
I
then
was
he
like, you
leans in-
didn't have AIDS, but I didn't realize that you were going on a. There was a thing for that.
Yeah, alcohol-induced drizzle shits.
Yeah.
So everybody's had AIDS at one point.
Oh,
So he
yeah.
just sits there, and it's like, you know how like when a cat backs up and sprays to mark stuff? I'm sure that's exactly how it was. Just like
Shotgun blast.
yeah. It's like you. It's like you were pouring out like the chocolate to mix milk, but then put an
Man,
air
spill
compressor
this
up to it.
Yeah.
That's probably what it looked like.
Yeah.
That's my visual, anyway.
But when you don't have AIDS and you're trying to poop out in the woods,
Yeah.
you got something like an e-tool. First, you got to dig a hole.
Yeah.
You dig a hole and you have something to prop yourself against.
This is legitimate army. No, this is
Okay, I
army
was
stuff.
like, is this a normal thing?
Well,
Because,
for
like,
dudes,
I've
yes.
never in my
For
life.
dudes, yes, but like,
yeah,
I've never in my life been like, I have to poop. Let me go dig a hole.
you,
if
you
you're
haven't
in the
been
woods-
camping
If
and
you're
like,
in the woods,
Yeah, but like there's
It's
always been like a porta
Shower
potty
house,
close
yeah.
well,
by.
no, if that's not available, then yeah. I mean, you're not going to be like. It's
But
in
I
that
don't
hole.
even
well,
think
we're telling you
Dig
just
myself
in
a
case
hole.
this happens to you, you're
So
gonna now
dig
know.
a hole.
You dig a hole.
Other than a cooking show, we're an informative show. We teach stuff here at Nasty and Friends. So,
Yeah.
so you continue.
really do.
Sorry, Spicy.
Yeah, so you dig a hole. You call it a cat hole, whatever you want. You dig a hole. You get something to support yourself. You poop in the hole, and then you cover the hole up. But the whole
That's
thing.
a lot of work.
Yeah, but if
Okay,
that's the only
would you
thing
rather have that, or would you rather be walking through the woods and step in my huge shit?
Right.
I mean, I would really hope that you'd be like, hey, Walls, I pooped over here.
Yeah.
No.
You
Don't walk
designate
over
an area
there.
where for landmines, depending on how long you're out there. But still, you try to cover those up. You still try to cover those up.
I don't know. I guess I've never been in a situation where I've had to be like,
Girl, you need to get out. We need to get you out in
Yeah.
this stuff.
I know. Apparently, I need to like.
Like
Your husband knows all about pooping out in the woods.
Yeah, like if some people
Side
like
the
they're
interstate.
camping at places where they don't have like water or anything like that. Or if you're in the army, like we'd go to like
Yeah.
Louisiana for a month and we'd be like in the middle of the woods where there's no bathroom. You have to poop. And instead of just leaving it right on the grass,
Yeah,
or
why
whatever,
not?
you
Like a
just dig it.
fucking peasant.
You just cover it up. You just cover it
Oh.
up. You got toilet paper too, unless you're a fucking complete savage. So
Yeah.
you want to cover that up too. You know what I mean?
And all
I guess I've never
MREs
been
come
in-
with toilet paper.
I've never been in the army, so I've never like.
It's not too late.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's late.
I've shit in the
I'm
woods
not
before
going
I
in the
joined the army. Like, I mean, I'm a teenage boy who grew up in a
Camping.
town of like 150
Right.
people. I've shit.
Yeah, or even if you're camping, if you're away from
It's a lot easier.
I'm
for
not
dudes,
going
for
in the
sure.
army. I would not survive.
You could. It's
No!
Pretty, depending on your MOS, it's pretty fucking easy. You can get through it. You'd be all right. You'd be all right.
Nah.
You lack discipline?
No.
It's because she hates Indians.
No. I don't think I could do it. Like,
Well, now, but do you think you could have done it like if you were 20 or 21?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been in the right mindset to like.
Yeah.
set
I can
up.
imagine you going from your household growing up right into the army probably would not.
No, because what would happen is if I went from my household straight into the army, I would be 27 years old like I am now, like running amok around the whole city and being like, I did my 5 years in the army and now I'm fucking not.
Can't even sign a 5-year contract, but okay.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I'm just
What is
messing
it?
with you.
4 years?
Yeah.
I thought it was 5.
You could do 5. You could do 2. You could do. You used to be able to do like 2.5 to 6. I think.
No, I would be like
Fuck
a
me.
lunatic.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, there's no way. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I'm as selfless as
I see what.
folks.
Okay,
Which,
yeah,
I mean, I
see what you're
give
saying.
175% respect for anyone who's ever been in the army
She just
or the
said
military or
ever.
anything. No, for real. I personally don't think that I could ever, which is, I don't know if it's sad or what, but I just don't know if I could be like, I can give up everything for this one moment. You know what I'm saying?
like
I
if
don't.
you got deployed or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Okay.
know if I would ever be comfortable with being like, I did everything that I could to. And at the same time, I just don't know if I would be comfortable with saying, I'm going to fight for you when I know. I don't know. I don't know if I could take my selfishness out of it, which is really bad to say. But I would hope that somebody who was feeling the way that I felt wouldn't be in the army. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want somebody to be like, oh, I'm in the army because it wants me to get to school.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but yeah,
I
I
would
mean-
hate for people to be like, oh, I'm in the army or in the military and it got to pay for my school and that's the only reason they're doing it. I would really hope that they were choosing to do it for a good reason.
No, but
I just don't know if I could uphold that.
Yeah, but
pressure.
I don't think about it like that. I think about it like I think most people aren't. There's people that join the military and they're probably like, you know what, I could have a job at fucking whatever, or I could do this, but instead I need to serve my country. I have to do my part. I want to go out there and kill terrorists or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think most people are like, this is opportunity for me to get training, to get money for college, to learn some discipline, to test myself, to maybe meet some other people, and to figure out how to be a good team player and work with other people. Like, people think, like, I've been in the Army for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So I don't think about that. And now the way I think about it is, I think about it like the Army and the government does not give a shit about anybody. They don't give a shit about soldiers at all. So I think the soldiers should have that same mindset where, yeah, you want to do what's right for the nation, but at the same time, get out of it from the Army what you can. Like, get the training you can that's going to help you later. Get benefits, whatever benefits you can. But yeah, you're still doing a good thing. But at the same time, don't give too much and don't, So yeah, no, and when it comes to actually being in, I had the pleasure of just being around really, really good people my whole career. Mm-hmm. So like when I was active duty, I had friends that I still talk to. When I was in my reserve, I still met guys like Pags and Meston and Melina and Long and Ernest, and the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Just people that I'm still guys that I'm still super cool with. And if we ever were in a position where we got deployed or anything like that, for me, it wasn't about, well, we're doing this for America or we're doing this to kill bad guys or anything like that. We're going as a team. We're going to make sure everybody comes home. We're doing this for each other. We're there for each other, and there's a close bond. That's what I think about. When I was a leader, it's about taking care of my guys, and that's it. I don't care if the world crumbles around us.
Yeah.
Us five, we're going home. Everything's going to be all right. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So it's not about being a fucking hero, or it's not about...
I just don't know if I would ever be in a position
that and
where
the
it would,
rape.
like...
That and being able to rape and pillage.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just about the team. Other than the raping, it's just about the team.
Oh my god, I love raping people.
Oh my god, it's exhilarating. Every time it's like every time it's better than the last
Like,
time.
look at this.
Every time it's like the
Every
first
time it's like the first time.
Especially those goddamn Native Americans. It was like our ancestors did.
I love the Native Americans. Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye.
I'm so glad you made it.
So that's food.
The first
Okay,
a Native American's gonna listen to this podcast. It's gonna be the first one. They're like, "What the
They're gonna be
fuck?"
like, these guys
I
are
know.
awesome.
Do you have any Native Americans that listen?
Well, I could be because
Yes.
Crotchy, right? My mom's
Yeah.
best friend Crotchy. Her stepdaughters are all like 100% Native American.
Do they listen?
I don't know. They could. So they're like, "You fucking asshole!" But they're the good ones. They're from a tribe where they still get money.
They never scalp any white man.
No, they're phenomenal. I grew up with them,
We'll
so
go through a couple reservations when we go up to the Black Hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is humbling.
better fucking keep it the low red.
It is
super humbling.
Spicy.
Like,
Yeah.
if you haven't I've never lived on a reservation, but we were close to one growing up. It's so humbling.
Yeah,
It's
talk about-
very like it's a whole other world.
Yeah.
Like they're not supported.
No.
Like any other area maybe
Right.
at all.
Yeah, and sometimes by choice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, 100%. Well, you know why Native Americans were here first, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they had reservations.
But yeah, you.
Thank you.
Why don't you video record this so we can see facial expressions?
Because you gotta leave it up to people's
Imagination.
Yeah, you talk about a group of people who got fucked.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
nobody
No,
worse.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I'd be like, "Oh, that's just my uncle's truck over there. You have it."
Yeah. For real. It's like,
Yeah.
we'll be
We
fine
good.
now,
We good,
now.
Ham.
Yeah.
Call it
And
even?
it's like, oh, you wanted drinking water? Sorry.
Yeah. Let's put salmonella in it.
Let's put
E. coli, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
gas.
Smallpox.
Gas.
Smallpox.
Smallpox.
Pockets.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's a fuck.
That's why I never understood why Columbus was celebrate Columbus Day.
No, I never.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Who knows? You're like, bro, you just fucked it
Yeah,
up
well,
for
it's like
everybody.
just like you, I'm sure you guys grew up having it. Like you learn about
Yeah,
all this shit. You're
for
like,
sure.
oh, that's cool as shit. And when
He's
you really
discovered
learn, you're
America,
like,
and it's like,
oh my
did you know that you
God.
just fucked up everyone's
Yeah.
life who
Right.
was in
Yeah.
there?
yeah.
And now you give them like the casinos and like put them in like reservations. It was like, hey, you get free college tuition. Other than that, like
Yeah, in World, the only casinos that's in town are owned by the Indian.
In where?
In World, Minnesota.
You speaking English? Say that
Are you
one more time.
following along?
Say that one more time.
World?
World.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I grew up. We talked about this like an hour ago.
What was the college town?
Bemidji.
Bemidji.
Bemidji State.
Bemidji.
Bemidji.
It's just outside of Red Lake. But in World, there is a casino, and it's owned by Indians. But we also have Kakakizik Bay.
Cocky?
Kakakizik.
Kakakizik Bay. It is the Kakakizik family.
Okay.
And they have like,
Big cocks.
yeah, big.
Big guy.
They have big cocks. I don't know if they do. That's gross.
She's more of a small cock girl.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Obviously,
Rob.
She's married to Rob. You and I were there. You just beat me to it because I was locking up. I said,
sorry, I'm
no,
sorry.
don't fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. You know what? Well, I love the route you're taking. He took the high road. Oh, my beautiful wife. I absolutely love you. Ashley comes on. Rob's got a small cock.
I wanted him to one moment be like, that bitch is nuts, but I've been with her for a long time, so we're together. But he was just like, my most beautiful wife ever, and I'm like, homie, please. Like, come on,
He
throw me a
loves
bone
you.
here.
You know
He
it.
does, too
He tries
much.
to throw you a bone, but
He loves me too much. It's too much.
It's not too
but we have
much.
Kakakizik Bay,
Okay.
and it's actually just outside of the Lake of the Woods. So Lake of the Woods is the lake that's outside of World. But we have like the Kakagiziks have done like I can't think of what it's called. Time capsule
Okay. Oh shit. Yeah.
for kids, and they've done like paintings in our high school. They've done like high school murals and stuff like that. So the Kakagizik family is very
Cocky. Or cockish.
I'm like, what's the word I want, baby?
Big dicks.
arrogant.
They're very fluent.
Flamboyant?
Yeah, I don't know, but they're very well known in the
Okay.
community.
Affluent. You say the affluent, right? Camus just left the room. She's just.
She's like the smartest one out of us
Damn
all.
it, we can't do this without you.
Our IQ combined probably doesn't reach what Camus comes
For
with.
real.
Affluent.
Yeah, that's okay. That's,
Yeah.
that's
Nailed
what I said.
it.
That's what I said. And I was like, Camus would know.
Okay, I have to go to the bathroom. AFFLUENT.
Use it in a sentence.
Affluent.
Use it in a sentence.
The cocky fucks
The cocky
are
is
very affluent.
The
Cocky
That's
geezer.
aphrodisiac. That's sex stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
This is
It's
great,
good. It's
man.
good, dude.
Yeah,
There's so
yeah,
much about
but-
Minnesota. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And like I said, my dad loves it. Like, I don't think I've been there. Maybe I was when I was younger. I know we went on a big fishing trip when I was younger for spoonbill, but I don't remember where it was. It might have been up Minnesota, but that's where I like learned we learned to tie our shoes. So like as
That's
twins,
code,
like
that's code for.
just tie our shoes. We were young kids. So,
hand jobs.
yeah. I went up there with my grandpa and dad, so you're probably right. Took all of our hands to handle my grandpa. Anyway, shouts out OG. But no, we went there and like as twins, like I'm not trying to talk shit or anything. I just always did stuff before Mikey did, and I'd always help him out. That's just like the way that it worked out. But I remember like we had to learn to tie our shoes, and I learned to tie. And my dad's like, we're gonna leave you here on the boat if you don't learn to tie your shoes. In my memory, I think they did. They like just took the boat away. We're like, I'm staying here with him until he learns. And fucking Mikey learned to tie it. Boom. They fucking probably didn't even go that far. But I don't remember where that fishing trip was. I should call him. Say, hey, you're on the podcast. Where's that fishing trip?
There's a bunch of fishing places in Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
All those big lakes and probably
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh yeah, good job.
yeah, 10,000 lakes. So yeah, I mean probably.
I've never been to the Mall of America.
I mean,
Never, never ever. We used to go to Minnesota as kids.
Gross.
We used to go to
Can't.
Minnesota as kids for camping, and because my aunt and uncle live in St. Paul.
Where did you go camping?
some lakes by St. Paul. They live in St. Paul, so there was a bunch of. They had a cabin on a lake, but we never went.
Just so everybody knows, when AB went to pee, Spicy put the Milf porn right in front of AB's chair. So that's what she said all gross about.
Ah, I can't.
Not that she came out and realized she's hit rock bottom, was on Nasty Friends podcast, the best goddamn podcast on the fucking interwebs.
Yeah.
So, how are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. I am much less nervous than I was
like I said,
before.
it's just a conversation, and it's weird because, like I said, we know that you put the cap on that, pass it around. Fireball's going around, just straight fireball. But yeah, no, it's just like I said. We've said a million times. Like
I was
said,
nervous.
Yeah, last podcast that I thought we had max 30 listeners, and Mikey thinks it's way more than that. But like you remember Nick that we used to work with?
Deborah?
Yeah.
He just asked Rob to be a groomsman.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Why, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, they're good. That's awesome. But I'm saying, his friend Danny.
Bauer.
Yeah. It's like, I love her. She's awesome. And I follow her.
I think she's the new last name.
Yeah, on all social media. But when I saw her at the Husker tailgate last week, she's like, hey, I've listened to a couple of your Nasty Friends podcasts. It's awesome. I was like, whoa, I haven't listened to them all. I'm like, dude, the fact that you listen to one is phenomenal. So she's listening. Shouts out to her.
Cool. Shout out.
But it is. That's why I said. That's why we always just talk about what you don't want to talk about. But one thing that I want to get to that I absolutely 100% want to talk about, because it's been forever since we've talked about it, is the St. Paddy. That one time that we went out.
St. Patrick's Day ever.
So I kind of want to set the background of stuff. So we all live together. I don't.
We were in the Y Street house.
Yeah. So
what and why?
It's like 51st and Y Street.
5141 Y Street.
Yep, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Ken went to UNL too.
Yeah.
I lived on 32nd and Orchard.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Too
It's
far
just
from Y.
it's literally right off of Orchard.
So that's where us two. I say us two. That's where us two and then Rob and Jen live together.
Let's be honest here. We were clearly the party crew, and then Rob was on like his own page, like sometimes with us, but then like the most part, like if he was partying, he was with us. But at the end of the day, he'd be like at school or working, and Jen would be like working
hardcore, like
constantly,
she was
or cooking. Like she literally,
she's going through dental school too. So like, she's to become a dental assistant and stuff. And she's like, her words, not mine. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think she's smart, but she's like, she's not like her brother. She's like, I have to study. I cannot attend a class, take notes, and I'm good. Like I have to study.
Yeah.
So most
she's
of the
studying
time,
like crazy,
Yeah.
and so me and Martin were like. It's 5 o'clock.
Right.
Like we were drinking constantly. Like we didn't give a like. The other two were very responsible. Like, I have to work in 2 hours, and we're like, you gotta work in 2 hours. Like, I've been drinking for 3.
Right.
Like, come on, like let's party. Like we were on another. So that goes back to if you ever made it where Jen and Rob were in a relationship, and Martin and I, we would be dead.
100%. DED dead.
Yes, literally. Game over. We're not hanging out. We're not.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
You
every
guys have
time.
diabetes.
Yeah, we got the diabetes.
We would be homeless, like picking for chicken.
Just beat each other for bugs. It's good. But so every time we would go out, I'd go out like with Rob and shit. We would always. This is before Uber. This was before like Lyft. Taxis, you always had to wait forever. So and we were young, so we'd always walk back home from downtown.
Okay.
If we didn't have like either her pick us up and watch it, and Rob would always lead the way. He like knows his shortcuts. So I'm like, just hammer, just following him. We stop at food places on the way back.
No, Rob is like legit the geographic.
Yeah, the thing is like, and I've said
He
this
knows
before.
where to go, when
I've said
to
this
go.
before too about Harris. Like we went to Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. We went up there, and then we didn't go back for 2 years. And we went back, and Harris still knew where this building's. It's a block down. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Like it's been 2 years. He's just really good with directions. So between him and Rob, no matter who I was with or whoever, like we always get back there the fucking quickest. So I don't remember where everybody else was. Was it during the month that Rob was gone during St. Patrick's? No, because he was gone
there.
later.
It was like a Tuesday.
St. Paddy's Day.
St. Patrick's Day was like a Tuesday night, and everyone was doing something. And Martin and I were like, we're going out. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I'm Irish. I wear the same shirt every
I
year.
thought you were German.
No.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly. That was said 15,000 times. I wear the same Irish t-shirt every year, and I've worn it since I was like a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
And so we were like, we are going
hold on.
out.
You gotta explain the shirt.
Yeah, she's.
Oh, it
yeah.
just says, if I'm Irish, kiss me.
Yeah, but Blair
It's
has
got an
one
arrow.
too.
Yeah, Blair has one.
Arrow down to the
Pointed
box.
your beehole.
It says,
It like wraps around the side.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Irish.
Starts up. I'm Irish. Kiss me, and it's like starts to point down, and then it just takes it right at the belly button, like just down.
No.
You know?
Mine says, I'm Irish, kiss me, and Blair says, I'm not Irish, kiss me. So, because Blair's not Irish either. And I don't think she's German either.
But she's super white and redheaded, so she's Irish.
She makes
I
sense.
know. I'm like, are you sure you're not Irish?
Shouts out Blair.
Yeah, shouts out.
Not the
Shout
Megadeth
out.
song.
Ugh,
Fuck them.
puke when you make me say
Catching.
shouts.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
We're converting her.
But, so we go downtown. Because the only people that wanted to go downtown was Martin and I, and it was like, we went downtown at like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was
like
super early.
daytime still. Like, even in March, it was daytime. And we were like, all right, we're going to party. Like, we're the only one. Like, I had to work the next morning, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And so we were like, all right, let's
So, yeah,
party,
I'm
let's
100%
do it.
down.
He's like,
Yeah.
of course. Like, whatever. It's Applebee's. I can go to work drunk. I don't care. I do every other day. So we go downtown. We start at Sandy's.
Yup.
And then we go to Iguanas.
Yup.
And we get our frogs.
Oh!
No. We start at Sandy's and we get our
Elk Creek.
Elk
Okay.
Creek.
God
Yep.
damn.
Thank you.
Dang.
And then we go to Iguanas and we get our frog sperm.
Frog sperm.
And then we go to the downtown. We go dance a little bit. We're like, yeah, let's dance it out. Like, we're good to go.
Yeah.
And then we go to, what's the one place with the fish bowls?
Duffy's.
Duffy.
Duffy's.
Yeah.
And that's where we end the night.
Okay.
Because we had been there for 2 hours. We got
Yeah.
3 fish bowls.
Jesus.
3 of them.
Christ.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
There was a Captain Dr. Pepper fish bowl.
Yeah, but.
One fish bowl that was legitimately just Captain and Dr. Pepper. Because that's my favorite drink.
Yeah, it's a favorite
If you've
drink.
never,
Yeah.
if you've never had Captain Dr. Pepper, you haven't lived yet because it's literally life-changing.
Okay.
Like, you could get a fish bowl, you got shark water, like you Long Island, something with a lot of alcohol. I'll take a Captain Dr. Pepper. Guys, like,
so much less sugar, I think, than
yeah,
a regular
yeah,
fish bowl.
Yeah, but he's like,
It's too good.
a fish bowl Captain Dr. Pepper. She's like, you heard me right. She's
Swipe the card.
That's gotta be a $7.50 of rum.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty close.
Jesus
This
So
plays into the story.
This leads into
Christ.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we drink a Captain Dr. Pepper fish bowl, and then we drink a shark
Shark water.
fish bowl, which I don't like because
I
it's
don't
sweet,
either.
but we did it.
I don't
and-
either. That's neither one of us. Like, do you like shark water or fish bowl? No. We'll take a shark water.
We're
You know
like,
those
it's fine.
nights.
Yeah.
We're having one right now.
Yeah.
And so we had drank, we had gone outside, smoked a couple cigarettes, we come back
I
in.
didn't smoke.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Just saying.
We finish, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, and we're like, okay, let's go. And Martin's like, yeah, I can walk us home.
To 52nd. Why?
Yeah. Well, we used to. The thing is, so
They used to do it all the
house
time.
That we've set on 67th Street. That was on 67th and Fremont.
Jesus, that's long.
But that was the best part. So we would walk and we would go like
You'd be sober by the
Rob
time you
Harris.
get home.
Exactly. That's
Because
why we
Rob
did it.
was leading the
That's
way.
at least 6 miles.
Yeah,
Here's the
but we would do
problem
it at
is
night
that
and we would-
Martin is leading the way for 4 miles.
Yeah.
You guys are way smarter than me.
No.
I just ate a
Not
bunch of
this guy.
mushrooms and drove home.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly.
Just like tonight, allegedly.
Okay, so Martin's walking, and he's like, well, walk home. And I'm like, okay, let's walk. Like, let's probably, it's Tuesday, whatever. Like, it's literally just the 2 of us out.
The most drunk drivers, second probably most drunk drivers that night, other than New Year's Eve. And you guys
I would say
walking.
Halloween. I would say Halloween. I would say it goes Halloween and then
or-
either New Year's or St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I would say they're in the top 3. for
what's
sure.
the fest that Lincoln has with, like, all the country artists or whatever?
Oh, I don't know.
That's where I got my reckless driving.
We don't want to talk about that night, but go on.
I know, when you were like, this your deal.
Yeah. We're going to jinx it.
Okay, so
Are you good?
we start walking.
Okay. Are you going to skip this one? Keep going. I'm just
we skipping?
No.
Am I missing a part?
Keep going, because if you are, I'm going to jump in. So.
Okay, so we're walking, and Martin's like, oh, I got to pee. And I'm like, well, I have to pee too, right? And so he goes into like this corner.
Okay, you're not skipping. All right, good.
Building.
Yeah.
This building that
we're like literally 2 blocks from downtown.
Yeah, literally. And there's this building that, I'm not kidding you, I've never seen this building, but I don't even think I've seen this building.
I couldn't point out to you today.
Where
I
this
wanted
building
to.
was. And he walks in, and there is stairs upstairs. To where? I have no idea where.
No idea.
And he
Do you walk up O Street?
Yes.
That's where we started.
Well, I think, yes.
I think.
He was the guide.
That feels very rape dangerous to me.
You know?
Literally.
But she's with me, so
That's
you're probably
what
right.
I mean. That's what I mean. I'm walking with you.
Walks down an alley, and there's this alley opens up into a building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
With stairs up.
Yeah.
And Martin's like, I'm gonna pee right here. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you 35,000 feet away from here.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. So he pees, I go back and pee, and we're like, okay, we haven't died yet, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So, which you would think that Martin would walk like all the way up O Street and then like to Y Street, and we'd be fine. But we go like some back, like
Okay, but before you go, so we go back in this little alley and pee, and we're coming out. And so I was like, oh, all right, I'll watch. I'll make sure nobody's like gonna sneak up on you. And so she comes out and she goes, I don't know where my phone is. And I said, well, where was your phone? She goes, it was in my back pocket. And I go, oh no. Because I know instantly where it's at.
it's in my pee.
So I go,
Laying in a pee puddle.
I'm going to go look for it. And so I go there and there's just leaves and you could just see it looked like it just rained. Because I just peed. Ashley just peed. And I was like, I think that's a phone.
It's like a fucking R. Kelly video. At this
Yeah. Right in the middle of it. And I go, this is why I love you. And I just fucking reach in.
Yeah.
All pee, and I fucking pull out her phone. And I was like, got your phone right through your piss. She's like, thanks, bro. Love you. I knew you would forget
legitimately,
about
our
that
relationship went to a whole
part. Yeah.
Like, that's where our relationship,
Yeah.
like, ended at one point and began.
Yeah, when you get into water sports, it's another level. Another level.
So then I was like, all right, let's go. I know the way home. At least I think so. Because at the time, Rob and I, from our house where we lived, we used to ride bikes a lot. We would ride bikes like 1 or 2 times a week. And we would do this trail. And the trail that we went was like 20 plus miles. But it's kind of in the area. So I go, we get on the trail, we get here, boom, boom. I know exactly where we're at. And and so I was like, just follow me. Well, I end up taking us like definitely the wrong way, right? Jesus. I end up taking us the wrong way. It takes us hours to fucking
You went
get.
up on like
I don't.
south. And
I don't know.
Hours! And by hours,
Yeah.
like, we got home at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So I don't know where we're at. So we're at.
You're like,
Well, no, I mean we're like, but the
wrong
thing is,
way.
we didn't go that way, but we ended up going up there. But we're cutting in between like apartment buildings, and be like, oh, we can't get around here. We got to like walk around. So we end up on Vine,
Vine.
the Wyuka, the backside of Wyuka Cemetery. So she's like,
yeah, so like, yeah.
Go ahead.
Right
I was
across
like,
from the pink flamingo.
yeah. She's like, I gotta pee, and I can't do it myself. You gotta help me. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, just hold my hand and don't look at me. So she like unbuttons her pants, takes her like underwear like down to where you would pee, and she like does the like, will you bring it in? You know, the hand around, and I like hold her here, and I just turn, and she's like, thank you. And
I'm peeing on the Wyuka sign. The sign.
Yeah.
And it says like, welcome to Wyuka. Where like your peace is in serenity. And I'm like, I'm peeing on it.
Right.
Like a good Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm holding her on. She's like,
Hail
thanks.
Mary.
And then so
course.
we get there, and then we're walking up, and then we end up, because we're right there, we end up on...
We get on 48th.
Yeah, like 48th.
We get on 48th and Vine. And Martin runs across the road. Because there's
before
it's a
that.
4-lane highway.
Yeah, but before that, so we're like walking up there, so there's a cop who had pulled over a car, and they were doing a DUI checkpoint.
This was Vine and like Fazoli's.
Yeah, wherever that is. So I was like, you have to. I go, because we're hammered, and I've never known him. Usually when you walk, you get sober. She got more drunk.
It just like flew through my blood.
So she like couldn't walk, and I was like,
I can't believe you walked that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'm trying to like hold her up.
The more I drank, the more I got drunk. It was like, it wasn't.
Well, that's how it works. You meant the more you walk.
The more you walk.
You said the more I drank, the more I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Martin's telling the story. I'll drink my Miller Lite.
I'm like, come on, you can't fucking. Like, you gotta hold it together. Like, we're walking in front of this cop. I don't know. We could get drunk in public. I don't know.
True.
So, we're like hooked arms. Like, we're walking down the fucking, like, we're bridesmaid and groomsmen walking down, you know? Yeah. So, I'm holding her up, and I was like, just fucking hold on. She's like, I'm doing good, aren't I? I'm like, yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great, girl. Like, I love you. You're good. And so, you know how usually in sidewalks, they have, like, the drainage pipe so the water can go underneath? She steps off of that. Now, usually, when you step off of stuff, you're like, ah! Or fuck, or shit, or cunt, or something. You yell something. Yeah. Not this bitch. As soon as she steps off, I swear to God, she just goes, snap my ankle! And I was like, what? And like, she just goes down. So then I like have to pick her up, and now she's limping. She's like limping on her outside foot, and I'm carrying her. But it just snapped my ankle, and I was like, who says that, first of all? You know?
I snapped my
And you can envision, you know, when you're walking, you've done it. You know what I mean? But the fact that she just announced it, didn't cuss, just snapped my ankle. To this day, we still say it. Like,
still say,
Maverick
snap my ankle.
I heard you say that.
Yeah. So Maverick had taken his daughters to their house in Ceresco to play, and Maylee, his youngest daughter, my niece, or his oldest daughter, jumped off the table, and Rob's like, say, snap my ankle. Snap like we still joke about it. The fact that that's where her mind went is just glorious to me.
Where's Ceresco?
It's like 15 miles north of Lincoln on Highway 77.
Ernie's in Ceresco?
Yeah, by Wahoo.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta find that works.
It's the halfway mark. So like Wahoo was like 30 miles north of Lincoln. Ceresco is just the halfway mark.
All right.
Which place has that? The Big Red Barn restaurant.
Ceresco.
That's Ceresco.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called that place.
Yeah.
It's called that place now.
Yep.
Okay.
That place.
That
Because
place.
the Big Red Barn?
like,
Hey, where do you want to go eat?
Better.
That place.
But they actually do have really good food.
They do. That's where you guys
Oh
did
yeah,
your...
we've been there.
Well, it's new owner since the Red Barn, because
gotcha.
it was the Red Barn, and then it's always been like something, and then it's been closed for a really long time, and then somebody's owned it, and then the only problem is like in town you can't have a bar in town because they have a rule within Ceresco is that you can't have a bar within like so many feet of or either so many feet or so many blocks of a church. Mm-hmm. And we have 3 churches in town like right in a row, so it's really difficult to find any sort of buildings that will get you any sort of license.
I understand it. 'Cause what would Jesus want?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
What would Jesus
But
want?
then also, like, that place has been struggling because they do really nice type of food instead
that
of,
place?
like, people in Ceresco want the same thing that Valparaiso and Raymond and Davie
AIDS.
want. They want eggs,
HIV.
bacon.
I said AIDS, not eggs.
Eggs, bacon, burgers, like,
Yeah.
just small town shit.
Yeah.
And they don't want
Nice stuff.
whatever. But, where did we end on your story? 48th Street.
Yeah. So after
So
she
we're
snapped her
running-
ankle.
So, I snapped my ankle.
Yeah.
I literally snapped my ankle. Well, not literally, but like it's not broken.
I mean, just
Is
seriously,
the cop,
like,
how far are you guys away from the cop?
across the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's good.
So it's 2 lanes, median 2 lanes, and he's
yeah.
on the
I
other
like
side.
fell off the curb.
Yeah.
I think it's good because
Like
if you didn't say,
my
"Hey,
foot
that's my
goes
ankle,"
in, and then I literally am like,
No,
bye.
it's phenomenal. But the fact that, like I said, we just need, like, cause she's getting more drunk the more we walk,
Yeah.
and I'm getting pissed. Not at her, but because I'm like,
No,
I'll get
I
us
mean-
home.
Right.
No, but I was like, I'll get
You
us home.
left me 20 minutes
Oh,
later.
We'll
the
get
truth
there.
comes out.
just wait. You'll understand why here in a second. But what I'm saying, I was getting pissed. Yeah, you're getting drunk. I'm like, fuck, I gotta carry. But like, still, I'm like, I should not. I should have just called Rob. Should have called Jen. Come pick us up. Like, why am I leading us? We've been at bars have been closed for 3 hours at this
Jesus.
point. You know, I fucked up. And
4 o'clock in the morning.
like on average, it takes an adult 15 minutes to walk a mile.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. And it took us 4.5 hours
Well, that's way more than a
to
fucking
get to
mile.
48th Street.
Downtown to 48th and Vine?
No, 15
Yeah.
minutes per mile is what
Right.
it
From like
averages.
17th and O to 48th and Vine.
You're still
That's
alive.
probably 10 miles.
4 hours. No, it's like 4 miles.
I think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
But anyway, so we get past
Yeah.
that. We get past the cop. He
Like
doesn't do
30
anything because he's
blocks.
too busy with it. He's too busy with doing the sobriety test and shit. And
Yeah, he don't care about me.
So we get to like 48th and Vine.
What about
And so,
my ankle, bitch? You're supposed to protect and serve? Fuck.
right.
No.
So you know the trail that goes across 48th and Vine right there?
Yep.
51st and our house, our backyard is right off that trail.
Okay.
So we get to that trail, it's 2 blocks up and we're home.
You got to go up the trail.
Yeah. 2
Okay,
blocks home and we're
so-
home. Finally, after all of this shit.
He's running across. He runs across the street. He's like, "We're home!"
Let's get here
And
because
I
we're
run
running
across
across
the
48th,
street,
which is a popular
and I-
street in the city.
Face plant in the middle of 48th.
In the
Vine.
middle of
On
48th.
48th and Vine?
The turn lane, like on 48th
Jesus.
Street. I face
And a
plant.
car's coming.
Oh, Jesus.
And I can't get up.
And I was like, fuck you, bitch!
And he was gone. He was already, like, he's past.
Yeah, I probably thought you got hit by a sniper.
No.
You're probably like, I'm gone.
This whole time I was like, oh my god, I fell! And I'm like laughing hysterically. And I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard
Yeah.
of.
But I did come back and help.
Came back. And I was like, he was like, get up! Whoa! Get up! And I'm like, I did! This is the best day Paddy's day! Yeah, I'm like literally laughing hysterically. So he comes and
How
picks
many
me
people
up.
are pissed off right now?
I know.
I
and
give
then
fuck him.
and then I walk across the extra 2 lanes, and then we go up the hill. And he goes up the hill first, and I climb up the hill, and I fall down.
Yeah, just, you know how you climb, you get like
Yeah.
almost there, you just. But she's like on her tippy toes and her palms.
And he's like, Walls, come on, come back again. I'm like, okay, I can do it. And I climb back up again, and he fall all the way back down. And he's like, I swear to God, if you don't get up this hill, I'm literally leaving without you. And I'm like, you can't leave without me. I'm on 48th Street. Like, just being so stupid, right?
It's the best.
And so I like crawl back up again, and he grabs me like behind my arms, like behind my elbows, and he's just like, bitch, bye. Like, we're up here. Like, I don't give a fuck if this hurts you. Like, we're getting up. But then and I'm like, oh my god, we made it!
Just like that, too. That's the best
And
part.
I think this is the funniest thing in my whole life. Like, I fell in the road, and then I couldn't get up, and Martin's like, bitch, I'll kill you
At this point, I'm
today.
pissed. And part of it because
mad.
she's hammered. Part of it is because it took us fucking forever. And I'm
That's
so
forever
pissed.
because you don't know directions.
I don't, and I don't know why we did, but I love it because it's one of my favorite stories of all time.
But we get up on like the trail, and he's like, "We have fucking 1 mile to walk," and I'm like, "Okay, let's walk." And I'm like walking like it's like this is the best day of my whole life.
Right.
So then it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I have to be to work at 10:30. I go to work.
Because remember, I don't work. I didn't have
He
to work.
didn't have
so
to
that's
work
why
at all.
yeah.
I had to work. I show up drunk as fuck because it's like 10
Limping
o'clock and I'm
because
like,
of her ankle.
yes, because I fucking broke
Snapped
my
her
ankle.
Snapped her ankle.
Snapped my ankle 3 hours ago.
Just so everybody knows, the title of this episode is episode 35. Snap my ankle. I've already decided. I hope that's
Yeah.
cool with you guys.
I mean,
I had another idea, but I like yours better.
Okay.
so.
All right.
so I go to work and Sang Booty literally looks at me and he's like, "What's wrong with you?"
That was the manager at the time.
And I was like,
Shouts out saying
nothing's wrong with me. And he's like,
Dot. Yeah.
"You smell awful." He said that you smell awful and you look ridiculous. Did you drink last night? And I was like, well, it's St. Patrick's Day.
I'm Irish, bitch.
Yeah.
And
Not
I'm
German.
20. And I was like, I'm a hungover.
And that's exactly how she said
Yeah,
it.
I was like, oh, how do I get through this? And he was like, go home. And I'm like, you don't need me? Like, I don't need to go home. You don't need me? And he's
Yes.
like, no, we don't need you. And I'm like, bitch, bye! And then I drive all the way back home drunk because I'm like, I don't have to go to work. It's cool. And I literally lay out on our front, like, on our living, I was going to say front porch, but it wasn't outside. So our front living room, and I'm just like, I laid there for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. I like walk out, I was like, I thought you had to work. He's like, saying sent me home. My girl!
Drunk as fuck. We were the only two that went out. I was like, St. Patrick's Day, I'll never not go out on St. Patrick's Day. And then I had a baby, and then that
Cheers.
was like,
I love that story. I
Patrick's Day,
I love that
bitch.
story.
Great story.
So I hope people aren't annoyed with it. If they are, I don't give a fuck. Like this is our shit.
I'm
there's
sure
no
they're
reason.
When's the
probably,
last time we told that story?
My voice is probably annoying.
Fuck. This is 35 episodes I've been on. If they stay tuned with us this far, they're good.
Yeah, that's a
So,
great
I
story.
mean, for fuck's sakes, the degenerate Spencer has been on 2 times.
I know.
So,
Christ.
and people are still tuning in. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Love you, Spence. Because I know he's listening.
Spencer, I'm sorry, I burped so loud.
Yeah.
No, don't
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
worry about it. That's one of my all-time
I
favorite
do.
stories.
I
between her
burp
and
like
I.
louder than a dude.
No,
She does.
no worries.
She's one of the best belchers ever. That's reserved.
Yeah, I have to hold it down.
Yeah. He smells like semen. But anyway, so
Doesn't.
no, it doesn't.
gross.
Just so everybody's aware, we're still up on that Nicki Minaj shit. They're not full videos at this point. We're lyric videos. It's
Shit.
Nicki Minaj featuring Skylar Grey. What's that say down? Bed of Lies is a song that's on. So I'm sure it's killer. But Nicki Minaj is the queen, right, girl?
The queen! Whenever I run, I listen to Nicki Minaj. And I literally, like,
What's our song? Our Nicki Minaj song.
Marilyn Monroe? Can we play it?
Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
You
off of-
don't?
You do.
You
Well,
I'm sure
have-
if I heard it, I would know.
So as soon as we, anytime,
don't-
Sing it.
listen.
Wait, hold on.
as-
No, I'm not saying it. Good try.
Look, that's where you queued out at. But anytime we get done, that's one of my.
I like
this
that
this
song.
sounds a little weird, but every time we get done with podcasts, one of my favorite things is we hit stop and we always go, God, that was fucking amazing. And everybody gives each other hugs, whoever it is, and I
Oh
love
my
it.
God, I
and then
love you
as
guys.
soon as we're done there, the TV comes unmuted and we go right to music, so you know that's the first
Yeah,
song
then
that
we
we're
start
playing.
Marilyn Monroe is the best.
What's
like,
the hook?
Good
Just
one.
sing the hook real quick.
Oh, you don't want to hear me sing. It's not the time and place. Like,
do.
wait till
It's-
we're off camera.
If there's not a time and place for you to sing Nicki
this-
Minaj,
this
Marilyn
is
Monroe,
it.
it is 100% on Nasty and
You
Friends
have to
podcast.
wait till we're on recording. Then
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
sing
meet
it all
I'll meet
day.
it. Here, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
trust
look.
I don't trust
Look,
you.
it's faded out. It's not recording
Is it?
at all.
Yeah.
you. With the,
Hit it. Actually,
with
hit
the
it.
blue
Yeah.
lines
Marilyn
going
Monroe,
up
hit
and
it.
down.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hit it.
Bye.
Yeah, no, look.
Yeah, hit
It's look right here. Mute. Oh goddamn, that was fucking fantastic! Yeah!
Sounds like a combination between
I'm so
Fergie
good.
and
Jesus.
I'm telling you, I'm such a good singer. I
That
thought
probably
about
fucked
it.
up the whole entire sound. Like now, there's like an echo.
Yeah.
There's like horses humping in the background or something.
Love that.
Goodness.
Love that.
So since this is a cooking show, did you ever figure out anything spicy that
What's next?
that you eat
No.
that's weird or?
No, I don't think I eat anything weird.
Yeah.
I keep it pretty classy, you know.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep it pretty classy. So, no, we talked about food for a bunch.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about Minnesota.
Which is awesome.
I
Minnesota
love
food.
Minnesota. For the
I do too. I've actually, it's because of you, I always watch, if there's a game on and there's nobody that I want to watch, like if Vikings are on 100% because, because of you.
I think it's the
so-
same thing. I think it's for Midwest. I think it goes KC. I think it goes Chicago. I think it goes the Vikings, and then it goes to Denver.
Yeah.
As far as,
Chicago
like, close
should
teams.
be before the Vikings. They don't even play each other.
Well, you know Chubbs is listening. He's a huge Packers fan. So if
Fuck Chubbs.
so if you have
Fuck
any
you,
word-
Chubbs, and your Packers. Fuck the Packers. I hate the Packers.
We
He's
love you,
trying
Chubby.
I do
Yeah.
love Chubbs. God,
I
that's
love
what sucks
Chubbs, too.
because I love Chubbs so much,
one of
but
the
I
best
hate the
people in the
Packers.
entire
Yeah,
world.
Chubbs is awesome.
Chubbs is the best. Has he been here?
Yes. He's been
Yeah.
He was
here
on-
with Chubbs. Rob.
He was
I
the whole episode.
forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I know you can't say, how long do you think we've been podcasting? If you would take a guess.
Probably 2 hours.
You're right, almost, or 2 hours and 2 minutes. So it took her that long to say that she couldn't remember that Chubbs was on a podcast.
I
It's
love
just
Chubbs.
fucking phenomenal.
Chubbs is the best person on the planet.
Well, I mean,
he's
next to your
so sweet
husband.
with Owen.
He's
Literally,
fucking
he
phenomenal.
loves Owen to death.
Who's Owen? Don't know him.
My sweet little baby.
He's
boy.
your sweet little baby boy.
He's a sweet little baby. No, but Chubs like loves him. Anytime that he comes, like if you tell Owen like Uncle Chubby's here, and Owen like gets so excited.
Yeah.
It's the best thing on the planet. Are you drinking that or are you giving that to me?
No, I'm giving it to you. You're next, dog.
Good. Thank you.
No, for sure. No, like I was telling Spicy last podcast, which you may not hear, but you'll hear. But I had said, it may not be. There's no because Ashlee and I work at the same place. It may not no disrespect to them, but
Now, currently?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you still work together?
Yeah.
She
If
when
he
I
worked-
first started, well, don't
Did I
say
miss
where we
this?
were.
I missed
No, you didn't.
Okay.
If he, I won't. But if he worked in the office, he would report to me.
Yep.
Okay. So
But-
you both Allstate?
Whoa.
Jesus.
No,
Rhymes with false state.
don't say where we work. You're like,
You're like, don't say
That's just like
how you
remember.
work out. Oh,
Shouts out J-Ho, but remembers like, can I say your last name? You're like, no. She's like, well, I won't beep it out.
But you worked
It's
at
okay.
Applebee's
We worked at Applebee's together,
That's where you met.
and now we currently because she's actually, I mean, I maybe probably not could have gotten the job,
She's your
but
boss?
but I'm sure she got me the job there. So when I left the railroad, I was
no,
like,
you wouldn't have gotten it.
I would not.
You would have.
Oh. I was like, no, you should have. There's a perfect time to shut me. Like,
If
no,
he
bitch.
worked in the office, though, he would report to me. But because he lives outside of Lincoln, he reports to another manager who,
Right.
because he's on my team,
Yeah.
but he just works outside of Lincoln.
okay.
And so we have two managers. I manage all the reps that work in the office, and my other manager manages all the reps that work outside.
But when I
Whether
first
they're either in Illinois or
But when I
outside.
first started, like she wasn't a manager. She was like just the one tier lower, which is a tier above me. But I still like reported to her when I got there, which is awesome because she like her desk was like
two
we
steps
said we weren't
away.
going to talk about work, but here we go.
Yeah,
Rob's already rolling his eyes. He's like, these
That's
fucking
my
bitches.
life.
So, but
he
I just
doesn't know
like
about my work. I don't ever.
but it's
bring
so
it
funny
home.
because I'd always just like slide away from my keyboard and she could see me in peripheral. She'd be like, "What's up?" and ask her. So, but which is cool. I mean, she's a fucking phenomenal. I worked with her before. I knew I could work with her.
Yeah.
And obviously, she put me down. Like I put her down as a reference, so I was gonna get hired. Like I
Yeah.
she's like, "Just put me down, you'll get hired." And I'm still there, and it's fucking awesome. I love working together. I don't know where I was going with this.
The only thing I know about life, though, is legit life insurance. Like, if you need any questions answered about life insurance and life insurance products, I will answer it for you.
Sure.
If you need,
Do you have life insurance?
Yeah.
if you need
Through
You ain't the
Army.
beneficiary though. Sorry.
questions answered on
Through work and
anything
through the
else,
Army.
Okay.
I don't know
I got like half a-
anything.
half a
Beneficiary for Nasty and Friends.
Yeah.
I don't know anything other than life insurance.
Where do you guys work with the black dude from Major League?
No, because he does home and auto.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is there's
Serrano.
Bitch.
when you
Serrano.
think of the company name,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you think of
Yeah,
that
that
guy,
guy.
and you think
Which is
of, like,
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just so we're
Can you
talking
think
shit.
of
And
like
his fucking weird chicken thing.
You think
Yeah.
yeah.
I
When
thought
you
you
think
Yeah,
of
you think of
sports
mayhem.
I had
events,
my car and home insurance through y'all
Yeah.
for
you think of sports events with like their
Mayhem.
nets
right
behind
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
goalposts
Yeah.
or whatever. That's all home and auto. We
Mayhem's through them
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Mayhem
I
is
watch-
through life. Mayhem is
life
well,
insurance.
See, because I watch commercials
Right.
and I
It's
never
auto.
know what
Actually,
they're attached to. I just
Mayhem
don't
is a lot of home and auto. We
Okay.
just the life side is very. It's part of. It hasn't been part of that company for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, we've been. It's very small, and we don't have a lot of budget because we haven't been part of
All right,
the brand.
Real quick.
Who said we weren't gonna get
You I knew like right away, like you're trying to sell us on Minnesota. You're like, come to Minnesota.
No,
Then
I
you're
don't
trying to
have
sell
the
us- now
insurance.
I feel like
No,
you're
I
trying to
don't
sell
have
us-
them. No, I don't have them. They're not my insurance.
And then why is my girlfriend asking me if I have life insurance?
I think it's important. I think it's an important question.
It is. It's important because do you have bills? Because no matter if you die, someone has to take care of your bills.
Yeah, but it ain't on me. Fuck it.
No, but someone has to.
Yeah. No.
That's the
I don't
biggest thing.
always think about bills. I think about life insurance to help give me a funeral so that my loved ones don't have to
Yeah.
pay for my funeral.
Exactly. But like your
you
funeral.
would want somebody to have the best.
Yeah, but you're a
funeral.
decent
But
person.
then at the end, right? But
I would want
like
you to have a good funeral.
you still want to have a
He's
funeral,
gonna
but
get
at
a
the
good
end
funeral
of the day,
for
like
sure.
I
I'm
will
not.
die anytime
gonna-
in the next 6 months.
No,
I
no.
almost get guaranteed.
Yeah.
who's gonna
Yeah.
pay for like? You still have to think about like if you guys live in a house together, she'll pay for your
Which
funeral,
is not the case.
But who's gonna pay for your car payment? Like,
No, you sell the car.
Yeah.
no, those bills
She'll just
still
give. I just figure she'd
add
give.
up.
She'd
So
just give my truck to her next boyfriend.
Right,
Yeah, hey,
but
take that shit.
you have
I'll
to make
gladly
sure that
take it.
You have to. You just gotta make sure that covers your bill.
Right.
That's what life insurance is for, is to make sure that it covers.
Well, when you have kids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about making sure that my kids have at least 2 to 3 years
Yeah.
of life covered for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that when they get it, like,
Yeah.
it's.
My salary at least times 5 years, so that they have at least 5 years to get somebody else to take care of them.
Yeah, the last thing you want is to have, like, you die and all of a sudden your spouse is like, I have no money to pay for anything. Like, my husband, he's on the house. If he dies, like, I gotta make sure my house is paid off because my own single income can't pay for my house and both of our cars and everything that has every single name on it. You gotta make sure that all that's taken care of.
Huh.
And I want like big shit at my funeral.
Yeah,
what
like
kind of shit?
flowers and
Yeah.
fireworks.
Lots of fucking calla lilies.
I don't know what those are, man.
Flowers. There's
Well, I figured
They're-
that.
They're white
Yes.
flowers that if you let them live actually too long, that they're
Thanks!
orange. They're orange.
Conversation's going south fast.
Their orange pieces are like detrimental to your skin.
Jesus.
We need to switch gears.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
What are
Talking
we
about
talking
life
about?
insurance. We're talking
Much
about
death.
different flowers.
That's the problem. Is
Nope,
the
we're
only
done.
thing I
Yeah.
know in life is life insurance because I work for a life insurance company. That's it.
Allegedly.
How? Okay, the question I have with that. No, we'll keep on it.
Yeah, we'll keep on it.
damn it.
What's the percentage of people that kill people for life insurance payouts, and what kind of people are
6.
attached?
I don't know the
6%?
percentage, but I will tell you that there's a lot of
Oh, I'm sure.
fraudulent activity that goes
Right.
on on a
Who
Because
regular
you don't
investigates
basis.
actually get
those?
the life insurance if you commit suicide or if you're
Well,
suicide
there's
now-
usually a 3-year contestability period.
what
So
does that mean?
that means that if they kill themselves within the first 3 years, that we don't have to pay them their death benefit.
okay.
But if you kill yourself after you've had the insurance for 3 years, then it covers it?
Smart.
Usually.
I didn't know that.
Well, it should.
Because
should.
it
Each
does-
company's different,
Okay.
Yeah.
obviously.
I mean, there's different situation, but it does lead off people who are like, I want to buy life insurance
Right, for
now
my family, I'll get
because
the life
I want to
insurance,
kill
and then
myself.
A week later, you
Yeah.
pop yourself in the head.
But we do very intense, like we
Make
do
his head a
prescription checks, MVRs, like motor vehicle records, like we do
You're gonna have
all
to
of
watch
that.
this,
Very,
this
Yeah.
American flag, my bad.
but
Jesus Christ. That's a
Keep
crazy-
going.
It's,
I'm just fucking up these shot pours in the rum chata cup.
no, it's just very
Cap. There it is. Nailed it.
it's hard because it's hard to
Crazy.
live in the industry on like it's hard to live in the insurance industry with
'Cause you guys are crooks.
Yes!
Well,
Yes!
to be honest, the way other people see insurance is
which is funny
crooks.
because like as an employee we don't have insurance through our own employer.
No.
Okay.
We have insurance through a separate employer.
Really?
Yep. I mean, we still get some stuff, obviously, working for the company, but we
Who
can get
is-
off this
It's
subject.
not a
I
bad.
didn't wanna
It's
talk.
not a bad.
It's not- I
company.
love-
It's
the
not
thing is-
a bad company.
I'm
No,
just
no,
saying-
no,
I'm
no,
just
it's not
saying
your
life
fault.
insurance is good.
It's not a bad company.
No, it is,
It's
and
just-
I
it's hard.
honestly love the company because they do a lot. I get a lot of time off. That's part of it. And the thing is, it's not
It's
even
just
so
you
much the
don't-
company. It's just everybody I work with is, I mean, phenomenal. And I've been in a separate company, and we talked about it. It rhymes with Horizon Wireless.
It's just
and
hard
it's
when
just,
you work for a company. Well, life insurance
Like
is not a
anything, they're trying to
normal
make
thing for
money.
people to have.
Yeah, they
like,
want to make money.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
it's-
normal
Any
thing
insurance
for an
company is
insurance
gonna look
company
for
to
ways
have
to
is
get out
home
of-
and auto, and so
Yeah.
they're gonna have a home and auto department, and they're gonna have a life department,
Yeah.
and it's difficult to have both compete with each other, where they're like, okay, well, I'm going to invest all my technology and all of this with you, and my agents won't do that, because it's just, people get life insurance through their bank. People get like, you can get life insurance through anything. Yeah. Like, most people just don't think of that. Yeah. And, like, while it is beneficial to have life insurance outside of your company, but it also depends on what company you work for. Like, if you work for different companies that they're going to give you, you know, $50,000 in life insurance, and you only have $20,000 in bills or whatever the case may be, like, clearly that's going to give you an extra $30,000 to work with. Yeah. So, like, it's difficult to play that game, whereas, like, home insurance and auto insurance, you have to have that. Yeah. It's not like you can just be like, I don't want to have life insurance, or I don't want to have auto insurance. Like, you have to have auto insurance, because someone is going to fuck you over.
I think it's bullshit. You know what I mean? I think it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah. Let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah. I like that.
No, it's okay. Know, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, no, it's okay. We haven't asked this question in a very long time in a podcast, and I know it makes you uncomfortable, so I'm going to put you on the spot. I know you probably don't watch a lot of porn, but if you do, what kind of porn are you in?
You guys.
We asked
you guys.
Listen, we asked people on podcast.
Yeah. But you do. Why do you warn me?
No. But
why do you warn me? I can't.
For me.
Gross.
Hop in the tape. Get the tape.
If you don't watch porn, just say you don't watch porn. I don't watch porn. But if you do, I just want to know what kind of porn you're in. Because this is a conversation that we can't have, because every time I try to ask you on a personal level, you're like, fuck you, I'm not talking to you about this.
I can't have this conversation. I don't want to have it.
Well, if you don't want to have it, how about we tell the story about when I molested your dimple? Can we tell that
story?
Okay. Okay. So for anybody who doesn't know Ashlee personally, she has a very beautiful smile. She's a very beautiful woman, of course. She has one dimple, and it's on her right side.
And Owen has it too.
He does. It's so cute.
Shit.
Yeah, and it's so cute. So one time, it's a great story. So we went. It was a tailgate, and it was anytime it was close to. Anytime it was close to Halloween, we'd always do a Halloween tailgate.
Yeah.
But this is
picture.
Yes. And so this is what would happen. Let me set up the story. It's a fucking phenomenal story. So we get there. Rob, back in the day when he was in high school and stuff, and even today he'll still do it, but he was a big skater. Like, he just loved, he loved skating.
Ridiculous.
He would do all that. So he knows all the skaters, X Games and stuff. Well, Red Bull had brought Ryan Sheckler to a Husker game, and he was going to be at the Indian reservation, which I know you hate Indians.
But
oh my God, I love the Indians!
But it's closed down. I mean, the Indian reservation is
We're
closed down.
called the World Warriors.
Yeah, probably against your will. But anyway,
like, school thing is a Indian head with, like, the headpiece.
Yeah. Racist.
So what it was is
the emblem.
But yeah,
he was gonna be there at noon, and Rob's like, we need to get there early. Like, Ryan Sheckler at the time, he was like 17, 18. He was big. Yeah, I mean, you guys know Ryan Sheckler, right?
No, I've heard the name before.
Yeah, so you know for sure. Not know for sure, but I mean, he's a big name. Most people know that name. Like, it's gonna be busy as fuck. We're like, we gotta get there. Like I said, we need to get there earlier. It was a night game, and usually when you get a night game, you show up between 11 and noon. And when they had the Indian reservation, anybody called it Indian res, you just pay, you get in there, and you just set up. And for the most part, everybody had the same section, and we'd always get there at the same time. But he's like, we gotta get there earlier because a bunch of people are gonna be there for Ryan Sheckler. So we're like, okay, cool. And it's gonna be we're gonna dress up for Halloween. And AB had the brilliant idea of let's go as the Blahawks and the Pagnanos were gonna go as the Ninja Turtles. But unfortunately, J-Pack, she had to work, so she was our missing turtle. But AB, fucking brilliant. I still have the shirt. She bought a green shirt, painted the front shell on it, and then the big turkey roasters that tinfoil, took those, spray painted those green, and then we just put like shoelaces essentially through and wore those as the shell, and then we each got our own masks. And they were fucking phenomenal. Everybody loved it, and she killed it. It was great. So we're just like, we got to get there earlier. We're only going to have one drink. You know how that is when you say that. Next thing I know, it's 4 a.m, the day of the Husker thing, and we're dancing on Rob and Ashlee's table. The table that Rob and I built, we did an American flag table out of...
you have you not seen this table?
I think you might have at 51st
You
and Live
had to have at...
But we made... It's an American flag table that we just put all the stuff... it's made out of
yeah,
bottle
yeah.
caps. So
Yeah,
the stars are Bud Light,
yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
Budweiser and Coors Light as the stripes.
I've seen it,
And it's absolutely phenomenal. So that table can fucking hold, probably no joke, 3,000 pounds. Like, it's...
For real!
Like,
It's an incredible amount of
Yeah,
people
so
that
many-
can dance on that table.
So many people.
knowing.
So we're like, we're gonna have one drink, so we gotta get there early. Next thing I know, it's 4 a.m. again. We're dancing on this table. I'm like, what the fuck? So we go to pass out. Next thing I know, I'm waking up because I'm getting like shook, and I realize Rob's poking me in the shoulder on the couch, and I open up my eyes, and he opens up his hand, and magically there's 4 200 milligrams of ibuprofen. My man. So I fucking take them, drink them, pop it. I was like, it's gonna help, but I can't get rid of this headache. You know what you do when you can't, big hangover and you're already going to a tailgate, you're going to be drinking. What do? You have a drink
nuggets.
in the morning.
Yeah,
you eat chicken nuggets. You have a drink in the morning to level out. That's what all of us do. Instantly, we're all drunk again. Because you've only been sleeping for like 3 hours at this point.
Drunk.
So we go to, and we wake up late. That's the thing. Rob wanted to leave by like 8 or 9. And, and we wake up, it's like 11. We're like, holy fuck. So we get there, we go to Hy-Vee. Long story short, I get lost in Hy-Vee because it's a different Hy-Vee than I go to. And I'm still drunk because of the one fucking drink I took to level out. And he's fucking, Rob, you can tell he's agitated. He's like, I want to fucking leave there. And he was drunk along with us, but he's just still not aggravated at anybody specifically, I feel. Yeah. Just the whole situation. He's like, God, I fucking hope we better be there. I hope there's a parking spot. We fucking pull in. We're one of the first ones there. Even at 11 o'clock.
One of one.
Yeah, we're like, Jesus Christ. So we get in this, we're fucking wearing the mask, we're wearing the turtle stuff, and everybody stopped by like, that's a great, like, take pictures with us, because they look awesome. I mean, they look close. You're like, dude, that you can tell
did a good job.
She fucking crushed it, 100%. So we get in there, and like the costumes were, I mean, that well put together. Where we're in line, and Rob's like probably halfway down. He's like, yo, Sheckler. He's like, oh, are you guys the turtles? Get up here. And he jumped us. All 3 of us ahead. Like JPEGs had to work because at the time she worked at a restaurant. And
shouts out JPEGs.
Yeah. For sure. She's a goddamn
Shouts out.
saint.
Literally, I have no...
Shouts out.
I have...
Yeah.
Shut up, JPEG. I have no idea why she's still married to Martin.
Yeah, so get fucked. So this whole time I was just like, I think it was probably that night. I goes, has anybody ever licked your dimple? She's like, no. And I go, not even like sexually, because that's something that I would think of. As
who does that? That's weird.
Not weird.
Okay, thank you. My girl, yeah.
It's like, no.
So I go, has anybody ever licked it? She goes, no. I go, I'm gonna lick your dimple.
I'm gonna lick you.
And literally,
we were like, no,
this
don't
is
do
in
it.
the morning. I go, I'm gonna lick your dimple this whole time. And she goes, just do it. I go, no, I'm gonna wait for the perfect time. So we go, we get the pictures with Sheckler. We go out. We end up going. Some of us go to the game. Some of us don't.
And we went to like, what's the alligator? I always think of the place that says like alligator meat.
Oh, Buzzards.
Yeah,
where Chubby
yeah.
used to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have alligator. Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, you want to do whatever you want. Lick her dimple. It's fine.
Yeah. So we're just saying all this stuff. I was like, we're going to do it. So then we end up going to Barry's. This whole time, all of us. I think I think at this time you're wearing glasses. So she's still wearing glasses, but she has the mask like just over her glasses.
I can't fucking see.
And everybody still is just
can't
like, yeah, everybody's like, oh, that's fucking great. Like, let's take pictures. Like, these costumes were fucking phenomenal.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And so we're all here, and we're up top at Barry's. I go, it's time. And she's like, really? I go, I'm gonna lick your dimple because nobody's ever done it. She's like, okay. And she smiles so big, and this is all day out. It's probably 90 degrees outside all day. She probably has sweat settling in there.
It's a salty dimple.
Yeah, and I go, licked it again. Just now. And she's like, okay, do it. She's like, ah. And it's the same exact reaction that she just had. Licked it. She's like, that's weird. I was like, I got a boner. I don't.
Do you remember when Maverick was like, who has the one dimple? And I was like, I have one dimple, like your BFF. Like, I know your family. Don't be rude.
When we were in the house, I don't remember what we were watching, but we were watching something. I don't remember what the fuck it was.
I don't know what we were either. And Maverick was like, ew, who has one dimple? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You've just lived with her for 3 years.
Yeah! I was like, bro, have you not seen my face? Like, this whole time we've been living together?
Too busy looking at your tits.
Yeah, what's he looking at then? Yeah.
I don't know! Because not my tits, because they're not big. So, clearly, nothing.
I know Rob's listening to this. I ain't going to comment on your tits.
No, they're 0 to nothing. Have a baby, and they go back down to, I had to buy all new bras after I had Owen, and then they all got ruined in the dryer.
Why would you put them in the dryer? Why?
Well, it turns out that when people make smaller bras, they don't make them as high quality as they do when you're like double D's.
Right.
Yeah,
and so you put them in the dryer and they're like, bitch, nice try for your $20 bra. And you're like, oh.
Who's that? Martin Lawrence on one of his stand-ups. He's like, I'm a tit man. I love tits. I don't give a fuck. Small. He goes, you can just, as long as there's just a little bump. It could be the minimalist bump. I love it. You got stretch marks? I'll lick between the lines. Ew! Ew!
No, for real though. Like, I'm not kidding you. I literally went from like, I don't like when after I had.
Speak it. You're in a safe place. Nobody's gonna hear it.
I went on like after I had Owen. I went on to like a double D.
Yeah.
And then now I am smaller than I was before I even got pregnant with Owen.
Prove it.
And I'm like, who told me that was going to happen?
Nobody.
No one.
That's who.
No one told you that was going to happen. No one told you that anything was going to happen. And you're like, oh, thanks, guys.
Thanks for the warning.
Thanks for the warning, moms. Like, and that we were all on a team. And then, here's the thing, is like, you're not a mom, and then you're a mom, and it's like 2 separate teams.
Yeah.
But then, like, once you become a mom, you're not on a team. They're all like, bitch, you're on your own.
Because then, like, Milf, though.
Yeah.
But, like, 2 years later, they're like, yeah, we get it. You want to drink 15 gallons of wine. It's fine. But, like, the first, like, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, they're like, ha! You think you're crazy? Just wait. Bye. And they all leave you to a stray. No one cares.
I can't wait till you listen to this podcast.
Oh my God!
No, I love it. I love it.
Trust me. Listen, like, go ahead, Spicy.
As it's going, it's funny because you've loosened up. We could tell at first you were nervous, which is okay.
I was, and now I'm drunk as fuck.
Yeah, like your voice.
Allegedly.
Your voice has gone up so many octaves, and then it's got way more northern too. Like, it's pretty much, this is like, we don't have to go to Canada now, like we talked about. Like, this is it.
Yep. Listen,
God.
The people who listen to Nasty and Friends podcast, they expect.
Spencer was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for you to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, why?
Everybody's like, because I wanted you on for a couple reasons. one, because I love you and my sister. And 2, because...
You're my brother.
because you just speak your mind.
Here's the problem is I like butt into your conversations when I'm like, you're talking? I'm talking.
Once. Never not once besides this whole entire last Jesus. Just hit me while I'm trying to take a shot. It's cool.
It's fine. We're fine.
100%.
All right, so I heard there's a Vegas story. I want to get into the Vegas story.
You want to talk about Vegas?
So
what are we talking about?
Before you jump in, why don't you try to set it up and the reason why I told you to bring it up.
Oh, so
without going into too much detail.
I guess the only
so you guys are getting married?
No. That's it.
She's ordained. God damn it. Nasty and Friends first. No, she's not.
That's the thing. If that needs to happen, like,
Your
I'll
marriage
get
was in Vegas,
ordained.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
No,
what
here's the
happened.
thing though, like, if that needs to happen, like,
Oh,
I'll get
shit.
ordained, like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And marry you.
What's up?
I said if that's a. Excuse me.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Smells like hate and semen.
I know it does always.
It does always.
Always.
Take another one. All right, so
No, so
happening?
we were talking about earlier. We were talking about Vegas, and we had some friends we had a mutual friend that went to Vegas a while back,
Okay.
and then along the lines we were talking about Vegas, and then somebody was talking about. Camas
has a timeshare.
Timeshare, and she's like, "Yeah, we can go there anytime for 7 days." And I said, "Oosh, 7 days is way too long to be in Vegas."
long.
And then Pag says, "Oh shit, that's perfect because we got a story. Ashley will tell a story about Vegas."
It's too long.
for 7 days.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
there's no need to be.
so we fly. Let me tell you about these 7 days. And don't. I'm out.
Preference.
On Vegas for
No,
7 days.
I think we'd be fine. We
No,
would be
it's
fine.
impossible.
Yes.
You can't, like,
No.
Vegas doesn't live on, like, 1 to 2 day weekends
No.
and someone takes a break. Like, no one takes a break in Vegas.
No, we would take a break.
No.
We're fucking. You don't know us.
No.
You don't know us. We would. Take
Oh,
a break.
I think we would.
when 100
Absolutely.
people...
Spicy.
Spicy, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is.
Jesus, we'll edit that. out.
Spicy. When people are, like... People don't take a break in Vegas.
No, I
You
take
can't.
breaks.
You
unexpected
can't.
breaks.
You can't.
Okay.
It's a thing that
I
you
guess I've
can't
never tried it, so I'll take your word for it.
Okay,
I
so-
think we would be fine, but
We go to Vegas. Mind you,
who goes to Vegas?
me and Rob.
Okay.
It was our honeymoon.
For your honeymoon.
Okay.
Yeah, it was our honeymoon. We decided to go to Vegas, and we're like, yeah, of course, because like we didn't. Rob couldn't get a passport outside of the country.
Oh, he's a fucking criminal.
He is a
For
criminal.
good reason.
I'm sorry,
He can't get a passport.
you can't.
Uh-uh.
And we didn't have enough time
Yeah.
because we thought about it a little bit too late.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's go to Vegas. Like,
Yeah.
whatever, right? It's a party town, and we love to party.
Obviously.
It's obviously. So we go to Vegas and we fly out the Sunday after our wedding. We fly out at like 2:00 in the morning.
Okay.
We get to Denver because you hardly can ever get a straight flight. We get to Denver and we go to the bar.
All right.
Turns out we missed our flight
Oh boy.
Why did you
Two-
miss your flight, Ashley?
because we were at the bar.
They called them over the intercom.
They did.
They didn't hear it. 'cause
They
they
said
were drinking.
Ashley and Robert Blahawk, and it was 8:30 in the morning, and they missed us.
All right. You missed them.
Yes, I mean, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
So we are in Denver. We missed our flight. We have to pay $100 because it's $50 a person for us to get a new flight.
Yeah.
But we still get into Vegas at like 10:00 in the morning.
Oh, good.
No problem. We were drunk then from there on out from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day.
Yeah.
It's like Vegas is the best place to be always because no matter if you stay on the strip and you don't, like we stayed, oh my god, I can't remember where we stayed, but
You stayed on the strip or downtown?
we
You stayed
stayed
right off the strip. It was.
we stayed right off the strip and it was like Planned
Parenthood.
No.
But
But it literally, it didn't have
Planet
a bar.
Hollywood. No, not Planet Hollywood.
No, it
We're
didn't
on
have
Tropicana?
a.
Call Rob right now.
You call him. I don't even know my phone.
No.
what did it look like?
No, it was two tall buildings.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
we had like a suite
Yeah.
and everything, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't have. It just didn't have like a bar that you could go to
Okay.
to hang out. But once you walked out of it, it was like 2 blocks or a block and a half to the strip.
Okay.
And then there was like a Walgreens right next door. So like we would stop at the Walgreens and we would get like our beers at 8:00 in the morning, and we would carry on our way like no problem. But like, I think maybe 3-4 days solid,
Yeah.
but a week 7
That's
7 days and
If you're
6
gonna go to the
nights.
Strip, I mean, you can do lots of other stuff in Vegas. You can go to.
But
Yeah, it's just it's
didn't you
too-
guys like so like I'm just
I
trying to
got
remember.
hypnotized.
Oh my!
I have a video.
So Rob bought the video because at the end, like it was a rated R hypnotist.
Yeah.
And so they like when they hypnotize people, they just eventually cut it down all the way.
Okay.
And Ashlee made it all the way, so he bought the video. It was so funny. So she was wearing like
That's
this
the
blue
thing.
dress, and then
That's
they took her off stage so she could put on shorts. And so
Yeah.
they made her act like a stripper. And I swear to God, that we all got drunk
I'm
one
not
night.
kidding you.
where's
And
this
I
video?
know that
You seen
people
it?
think
Yeah, I've
that
seen it. So we get all drunk one
Here's
night.
the thing.
and
Hold
we-
on.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the thing. People think that that's crazy.
I don't think it's
I
crazy at all.
don't fucking remember
No, I think,
any of it.
I think
Like I know that people are like,
something
"Oh my god,
10%
you're
of the
getting a-"
population could get hypnotized.
Were you a good
No.
stripper?
I
I'm getting ready
literally
to tell that.
jammed out in front of about 50,000 people. 20,000 people? I don't even know, but my body was like,
What?
yes!
No.
Okay, so from
Hang
what I remember
on.
from the video, Rob bought it just because she made it all the way.
I have
They
the
took
video.
because she's wearing like a
have the
skirt,
video.
this blue skirt, and they took her outside so you could put on
I
like
had a
Spanx
dress.
or something. Like
So you're not
underneath.
flashing cooch.
No,
Classy.
but they come out. So she comes
They
out.
put the dress on so I wouldn't
Yeah,
flash my
yeah.
That's what I'm
vagina.
saying.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why they
So
put
she
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out and she just does the like snap the fingers and then
Yeah.
she just like drops down and it's all good. And then the guy, whoever he said, he goes, anytime somebody shakes your hand, you come, right? Essentially.
Yeah, like you have an orgasm.
Yeah, you have an orgasm as well. So anytime somebody shakes your hand, you have an orgasm. So she goes out into the crowd, and Rob's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Shaking hands, and everybody's like shaking her hand, and it's making such a
It's
ruckus
like
because
orgasm after
yeah.
orgasm
So they're just like,
after
"Hey, how you doing?" She's like,
orgasm.
"Ah, good to meet you. Ah, good to meet you. Ah, good to meet you." Shower, and just what I remember
Out
from the
of
video.
control.
Yeah, and so then the guy, it was so like, cause she went back and everybody's like, "This is fucking hilarious." He like had to shut it off. He's like, "No, you're done."
He had to shut it off
Might
because
have had a
people were
stroke, a
too
heart attack or
crazy.
something. Yeah,
It's out of control.
yeah.
And I was like, my vagina.
Yeah.
Is
So
anybody
then
curious about
he
my
could-
life? My well-being.
Right.
No, but Vegas, don't go to Vegas for more than 5 days. It's not worth it. Like,
No,
you
don't need to go there.
3 days tops. Like, get yourself some ice cream at, what's that
We get
ice
ice-
cream place?
Get ice cream here though.
I know, but like, what's that ice cream place that they're like, they pour their hot chocolate on it or whatever.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But,
I'm gonna go to Vegas to do the zip line.
Yeah.
yeah!
Fremont.
Hey!
Snapchatting, sorry, bitches.
On Fremont Street.
Yeah, but it's
Zip
only
line
like
on Fremont
30
Street.
bucks.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
I've never done that.
I've done that. That's awesome.
I heard that's
And-
really fun. My mother-in-law
and
did
the
that.
fountains at Caesar's Palace.
Bellagio.
Bellagio.
I heard it's a good time. I honestly, I don't remember where we stayed,
There's the
but
roller
where we
coaster and
stayed,
New York,
it
New
was
York
it.
that
Stayed
I'd
there
like
too?
to- I've never.
I would.
Stay there
I
too.
know the name, and Rob's fucking screaming it at this point.
What's the name? The Palms.
At the hotel?
No,
No,
the
it,
hotel that
it
they
does
stayed,
start
it's-
with a P, though. I feel like it does.
It's 2 towers.
Yeah, it's
like-
like Polo
Paris?
Towers.
Paris?
Polo Towers.
Yeah,
there
there's
you
two
go.
Polo
There you
Towers,
go.
yeah.
Fucking killed it. Only took a half an hour.
Got it. The Polo Towers. They
Yeah.
don't have.
It's like a
like-
block off the strip, so it was like
It
super
is-
cheap. For you
It
guys.
is like it's literally a block off the strip. So what's nice about it is because it's a block off a strip, it doesn't have to have like the eateries and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
or the
yeah.
bars or anything. Like it does have a pool on the very top side, so like you can still go to the pool and stuff, but you don't have to worry about like dealing with you walking out
Indians.
and yeah. You don't have to deal with the Indians.
Goddamn.
Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Sweet Jesus.
But yeah, I just remember them saying it was
I don't
so.
know what's
And
happening.
you're like, it's a week is too long in Vegas,
Yeah,
which
a week is
I
too
would
long.
think.
It is.
I
It
would- I
is.
would-
Yeah. There's
Don't
only so
spend a
much
week
to
in
do in
Vegas.
Vegas,
It's
yeah.
too long. It's way.
Unless you have fucking bank. You
Right.
don't need- you don't
Then I
need-
still-
I think when JPEGs and I went, I loved it because it was awesome because I love to travel with her. She's very good and she has everything. But I think we decided and it made it just been me. But I said, next time we go to Vegas, we're going with friends. Like, it was awesome to go there. We stayed at the Luxor.
We were going to.
And we saw Carrot Top. Like, we did one of
remember that. You told
we
me
did,
it was
and
fucking
I might told on the podcast, but we did one of those things where, like, we went to listen to, like, a timeshare thing, just so
you could get the free
we could
tickets.
get, it was $5 a ticket.
Yeah.
It cost $10 to go see Carrot Top. And to this day, I would put him in my top 3 of favorite comedians I've
that's
ever
awesome,
seen
dude.
in person. Like,
awesome.
that's how fucking legitimate he is. He is so fucking... Anybody, you just go to Vegas strictly to watch Carrot Top, do it. You know why? Because there's things in life where, like, that changes the trajectory of anything. And Carrot Top was one of those people. There is nobody, and I mean nobody, doing prop comedy now because of Carrot Top. Because he kills it. No, he's not doing it anymore. Even if he is, it's barely little. But you know what I mean? Like, there used to be, and the only reason why I know this is because I listen to a lot of comedian podcasts, and they had said they're like, nobody's, like, back in the day, in like the 70s and 80s, even early 90s, people doing prop comedy. There was probably one every 5. But then you get
Same with ventriloquists.
Yeah. And there's what, 2? The guy who won America's Most Talent, what the fucking talent show? Super faded. Sorry, guys.
Hey, listen. I need listen.
It's not
Listen real quick.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that's what it
I need
is.
you to fucking hold this shit together.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Actually, it's off the rails.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
having a problem speaking English.
Yep.
Nice early.
I'm here. I'm fucking here.
I know. I know you're gonna be fine. I know you're gonna be fine. I'm trying to reel you in a little bit.
I appreciate that. You gotta call it out. But so it's the guy who America's Got Talent. I can't think of his name, but he has a stay in Vegas.
Okay.
Who's a prop comic. He won it one year. It was like at like season 1 or 2 or 3, and then you got Jeff Dunham.
Yeah,
Only
which I've
top
seen.
2.
I've seen him
When I
live.
went to Vegas, we went to the Cirque du Soleil show Zumanity. Which is
The sex one. We did that too.
went to
JPEGs and I.
Too.
Yeah, my brother
With the guy with the
walked out.
chain?
My brother is very prude.
Yeah.
He
Which
walked
one?
out.
John?
My brother.
Really?
You can't.
It was like
He went to see Joey Diaz and laughed though.
I know, but when I went to Vegas with him, he walked out of Humanity because it was too vulgar for him.
No.
I was like, what?
I loved it when
It was awesome.
when the
You're
chicks
like
were
the only
in
one
the
in your family who's not vulgar.
in the big martini glass. The chicks.
I
Did they
feel
do
like
that
if
when you
you're
were there?
dating
I think so.
older,
When they were
then
like
that
dancing, they were like
means-
it was
Brown.
like halfway full.
Yeah.
Brown,
It was
Spicy
amazing.
Brown. I forgot.
It was
That's his
amazing.
name.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But what I was saying is, so you get there, so they just do, they're like ventriloquists, but nobody else, like I said, all the comedians back then, they said like 70s, 80s, 90s, 1 in every 5 comic was like a prop comic.
Yeah.
Only prop comic now is Carrot Top.
Yeah.
And I'm telling,
Carrot Top is the worst.
Whoa, easy.
listen, I am telling you, you can't listen to her because she doesn't know comedy like
That's
I
what I'm saying.
He about slapped you, girl. He about slapped you.
I know, you're right. I don't listen to like.
do. You don't.
I listen
yeah.
to comedy when it's like someone tells me to listen.
Yeah,
to
right.
Who's your
Right.
favorite comedian?
George Carlin.
Oh, this is one of the best comedians of all
Oh
time.
my god, best of all time.
I don't accept that.
But
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Honestly, so what I was just saying is, if you get a chance to see Carrot Top, do it because you will literally piss yourself.
No, I
and
believe
like
you,
at
dude.
least
I
for
remember-
JPEGs and I, because he does it in the Luxor, which is the pyramid,
Yeah,
and he
the
does. We stayed in the Luxor, and the fact that he did like some specific jokes for that. But I'm telling you, he fucking crushed it. I legitimately walked out, and like I had to hold on to the. And I know this sounds so fucking stupid, like you're an idiot, but I had to hold on to the rail all the way down because I had such a headache from literally laughing that hard.
so much.
Like I laughed so hard, I had a migraine, and I was like,
No, I don't disbelieve that
That
at all.
sounded
You
sarcastic.
literally are. You laugh so hard, you make yourself have a migraine.
yeah, 100%.
I think you're
Plus, he's
the
got
only.
diabetes.
What?
He's overweight.
the diabetes, obviously.
But I think you're
Thanks.
the only family that's like, hi, I want to laugh so hard that I hate myself tomorrow because I laughed so hard.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a 100% great problem to have.
No, dude,
Of course.
I know he was on Tosh, and then he's been on other
That
comedians.
video him and Tosh did.
Yeah, other comedians are like, he's legit, and then when
He's
you
100%
when you
legit.
came back and you're like, listen, motherfucker, I know you're gonna laugh at me, but listen, hear me out, and I know you, I know.
I wouldn't say it if it wasn't
There,
true.
and the one thing about, not the one thing about Pags, but there's a lot of things about Pags that
There's
make
a
us
lot of
besties. I call us besties.
Yeah.
But no, but when I get, we're in the social media world, we're in group text messages when I get text messages from people, YouTube links, other links, whatever. I'm like, yeah. Some people I'm just like, ugh. All right, I'll check it out. When I get anything from Pags, like, hey, watch this or look at this. Hey, check this out, which we do that multiple times a week because we talk almost every day.
Of course he's going to.
But no.
We were at Des' funeral. Were you there?
Uh-uh.
Oh, sweet Jesus. The same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what you just said. In it.
But no, he Pags is... Yeah.
Love you, bro.
Well, no, when it comes to my man Pagnasty's sense of humor, it's incredible. And I know he's never sent me a video, and I was like, nah, this is fucking stupid. Like, I know
the problem is like he's not even like humorous about it.
What do you mean?
Half the time he's like, "Fuck you." It's not even.
You need to elaborate because you make no sense.
Idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't either.
He says something, and somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, that's so funny." Only if they know him. But then if somebody else, like if he says it to somebody else, they're just like, "Ah, is he an asshole?" Like what? Like
nobody thinks that, but
nobody
thinks that, but
it's really
never not once.
I think that the only people that think that something's funny from Martin is if they think that like life is funny. Like
you make absolutely no sense.
The roofies are kicking in, ladies and gentlemen.
All the nasties are like, what the fuck? Why would they invite her here? They're attacking my man Pagnasty.
We forgot the
rape room?
Yeah, the rape
he's
room.
not funny.
Hey, take a picture.
He's only.
We're taking a picture. I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-listen to this. I don't know what's happened the last hour.
Super funny. I think you're just like people
Fat?
are just like.
I don't think you're funny. I just think you're like kind of cool because I've known you for like 8 years.
This is why you shouldn't have added me on your.
No, you're doing fine.
No, you're doing one.
You're doing
the
fine.
fact that you're coming at me so hard is like, listen, bitch, you're not as funny as anybody thinks you are.
Yeah.
You're just fat.
People are
you're
mistaken.
overweight. I hate Native Americans / Indians. Get fucked. Trust me.
I love Native
Trust
Americans.
me. Everybody that listens to this
I
podcast.
just want the scholarship that they have.
Everybody listens to this podcast is degenerate, and everybody
No,
loves it.
that's-
We're all nasties in this bitch. All nasties. Nasty and friends. That includes everybody listening.
Cheers.
You know what? I'm so kind of angry that we've just called this episode 35. We should be calling this drunk cast, whatever drunk
This
cast
is a
it is,
drunk
because
cast.
at 100%.
I'm
But
sorry,
at this point,
I don't want to be rude.
what are you rude? You've been telling me this for 12 years. You're not rude, girl. You don't think I'm funny. You think I'm overweight. I don't know what else you can say
remember that time
to
when you were
discount
like,
my
"Eat
business
corn."
adventure that I don't even want to get famous off of.
I only have one more beer left.
Yeah, how many people
a
have
problem.
stopped this
We got a lot of
podcast right now? How many people is like, no, I can't. It's
know,
the
man.
drunkenness.
We'll have to listen to it.
You know what I'm gonna wait for? There's 4
Can
people.
you please tell me that I did a good job?
Why don't you listen back and you tell me? We're posting this.
Shout out, not shouts.
You're a white girl.
Shout
drunk.
out.
White girl.
White girl wasted. Anyway, so
White girl
before
wasted.
she,
Yeah.
White
What
girl
else
drunk
do we
was
have?
definitely the wrong term. I don't
she's
know
like,
What
hey,
else do we have? What
She's
are the
like-
questions?
she's like, Spicy's full of shit. I think he's not funny. What I was trying to say was,
You're funny.
I like that. We'll go with that. We'll keep that. That's staying on the
yeah,
record.
yeah.
I'm funny.
Yeah,
Pags is
yeah,
not funny.
yeah.
Let
Fuck
the
that
record
guy.
show, Your Honor. Let the
Fuck
record
that
show.
guy.
Ashley
I'll
thinks
make
Spicy
him funny
is
over
funny.
you funny all day.
It's only because you grew up with me,
Yeah.
bitch.
Exactly. Exactly. Ain't nobody tell me there's a limit.
No, I was just saying like I was just saying like me and Pags talk every day. Most of the time it's not talking, it's texting, and every now and then we'll talk. And I his credibility to me is gold. Like he would never.
That's a wrist problem.
He sends me a video. I know it's gonna be good, and I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. And it's like that.
Yeah.
So when he comes back from Vegas and he's like, "Listen, motherfucker, I know you're gonna doubt this, but Carrot Top is legit. No question about it. I believe him because we have the same sense of
went
we
to
have
Carrot
the
Top.
same sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like
No one goes to Carrot Top thinking it's legit.
He sells out every
But have
fucking
you
night.
He's the worst.
Have you ever seen him?
Have
You don't even know who he is.
Hey, you asked me, have you been listening to the last half hour of this goddamn podcast? Yes, I saw him.
No.
She's like thinking like you're talking about like Conan O'Brien or something.
Yeah.
No, like he went to the show.
Blonde redhead.
It was good.
There's two. That's what
Your
he's saying.
show was good?
I didn't go. He went to the show.
Oh my
Since he went to
Does
the
anybody know what's going on right now?
Listen, if you guys go, are you talking about going on your honeymoon?
Yeah. I mean, not Vegas, but we're gonna go on honeymoon when we get married.
But
New Zealand.
Don't go to Vegas. Okay?
He's
go
Mexican. Spicky
to
Brown.
another fucking planet. Like, somewhere else. Are you making that for me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Don't go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas is hard because you have
I like Vegas.
Crazy.
We'll go to Vegas just to go to
No,
Vegas.
Yeah, go to Vegas
I
just
got
for,
one of my best friends also named Martin. Lives in Vegas.
Go to Vegas for just like
Shout out Martin.
Yeah.
a funny vacation or whatever.
Yeah.
But like Vegas is hard to go to where you're just like, I have to like it's just you have to be in this place at this time for this party and whatever.
See, I don't ever. We never, and especially me and her. We've been on vacation.
And especially his buddy who lives in Vegas.
I've been to Vegas at least like 3 or 4 times already.
Go
I don't
somewhere
need to see
that's
anything.
like fun and exotic and like whatever, but you don't go to
Ladies and gentlemen, this bitch went off the rails forever
yeah,
ago.
we're not.
I appreciate anybody sticking around. Listen, this
is Drugcast.
Listen, we do this because this is our life.
Listen, I'm sorry. I love you.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No, you don't gotta apologize.
I
Never apologize.
I know that. I knew
People
that
know.
Were like, bitch, bye.
No, when they listen to this podcast,
I knew they were gonna do that.
Okay, can I say something uninterrupted? Probably not.
Doubt it.
Are you gonna?
Swear at her?
No.
Slap her
All
around?
I was gonna say is, listen. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I feel that I know what like people would be interested in. But again, I come from a nice save. I come from a set mindset. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to throw anybody else under the bus. This is one of my favorite podcasts I've ever done. I 100%. Like, no, seriously. But the reason why is because we learned so much about Minnesota. We learned so much about you.
You learned about
listen,
Minnesota?
just let me finish. So we learned so much about. I mean, when I say we learned so much Minnesota, you could have told me the capital of Minnesota. I'd be like, I learned so much because I don't. Who fucking knows capital of Minnesota?
What is it?
I don't know.
St. Paul.
St. Paul, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We learned so much.
He's like,
listen, this is a food podcast, and everybody knows.
grilled cheese with your grape jelly.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody knows our podcast goes off the rails. Everybody knows how that shit is. But the fact that we went off, we got some fucking phenomenal stories that we haven't talked about in years. You got your fucking opinion.
And
She's
no
been
one
doing
ever.
the fucking arm dance all
Yeah.
night.
No one ever
Bonus.
gets to experience my leg.
It's
Oh, we never seen any leg dancing. We just.
All night.
oh shit! Yeah, that's her dance. That's how white girl
pretty
dance.
good.
Dance is this.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But just think about what's going on. You haven't got to party like this since you've had your little baby
Literally.
dog.
Oh,
This is what I'm
it's
trying
been
to say.
a hard time.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. It's been fucking great.
has been.
It went off the rails. How many podcasts do we have
Off
goes
the
off the rails?
rails.
Oh, most of them.
All of
Most
them.
of them. Unless it's just me and you, and even then that's happened.
Yeah.
But when we have
Yeah.
guests, shit gets
100%.
We go for it.
100%.
No, thank
Go
you
for
for
it.
having me. I appreciate it so incredibly much. I have like, it's been a difficult time the whole time that I've had Owen. It's been hard.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody can have a baby and they're like, yeah, I can totally do this.
Transition.
It's like, I got it. No
Welcome
problem.
to the next
100%.
18 years.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
You
hard
don't
to be
ever know what you're
like,
doing.
I got it.
No.
We're good.
I mean the fact
Hands
you
on
got-
your hips. It's hard.
and you got to understand, like this
And I don't
podcast.
care what anybody says. It's hard.
No, it's
I don't care.
It's 110% hard.
Yeah.
Phrasing that. I mean, you gotta understand. This podcast is run by two degenerates. The fact that we got. Listen.
Generous.
The fact that we got two Milfs on this podcast
Yeah.
that open up. You talked about how your grandma is Jesus.
That was
How how
one of the greatest
could this
lines.
not be one of the best podcasts we've ever done? Granted, yes, we're all drunk. We're just spewing shit. And I feel sorry for the people who are going to listen next week when it's going to be even worse. But
I'm sorry
listen,
for you.
This is what I like. This is what I like to hear. You know what I mean? I listen to a bunch of podcasts. I like to hear this Snapchat pause.
Hi.
You know what I mean? So this, trust me, I would guarantee if I was listening to this, if I was in, because a lot of the times, granted I work from home, but it's still my cubicle. If I'm in my cubicle and I listen to a podcast where people are drinking, I get excited. I'm like, these people are fucking drinking. It's noon
You think
right now.
they're gonna be like, fuck walls.
Maybe, but there's gonna be those few people who don't know you. I'm gonna stick through this shit.
People who don't know me.
100%. Shout out Matt Hines. Matt Hines doesn't know you. It's his battle buddy. He listens to every episode. 100%. People aren't
fuck
gonna know
you and shout out, shouts out, because that'll fucking get my skin to crawl.
Yeah. It's a drunk cast for
but
sure.
hold on,
We're calling
love you
still
to
calling
death.
it episode 35.
Hey, no, I love you too, Ashley.
To death.
I know. I'm glad.
Get it together.
I'm glad that you came on because I know you were nervous and I know you
I
thought
was
just because
nervous.
of Twitter beef.
Did you hear the conversations I had with Martin?
Not all of them, but I know you were nervous because you didn't think we would get along. And Marty told you like I get along with everybody.
Well, I didn't think that you were gonna be mean.
Well, of course not. No,
But I knew you were gonna be like,
Marty.
agree on the same thing.
Marty is one of the best guys I know. He's probably the best guy that I know.
for sure.
And if anybody that's
you're
a
gonna make me blush.
no any
but for real.
no anybody that's a friend with Marty is gonna be a friend with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're I'm like his fourth brother. You know.
Let me just put this in perspective for everybody. When Ashley got here, she brought us a 750 rum shot and a 750 of Fireball. We're 3/4 of the way through of both bottles.
Yeah.
That's why we're at where we're at. Listen, we're doing another podcast tonight. It's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be episode 36 or Drunk Cast.
Yeah.
We got a very special guest. Do not spoil
No,
it.
we won't spoil it. We
Yeah,
won't
you can
spoil it.
100% be in it, girl. If
Yeah, you might as well just stay the night.
Yeah. We should probably
Stay
should.
the night, be in
Text
it,
right now.
because the guest that we have is a recurring guest, and it's not even the fact that I had texted him and told him it might happen.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, do you think it's a chance that AB would stay for the
think we have a
podcast?
chance?
And I said, of course.
Who?
You know who the goddamn next guest is, but we're not
You
spoiling
can't
it
say
for
it.
next
You can't
week.
say it.
Hold on, I got a text Rob. I said I'm texting right now. Hi, I think I might stay.
You remember, this is going out to 20 to 30s of people.
Hold on.
I don't know.
I think I might stay the night.
You should probably stay the
That's
night.
that's
Yeah,
not a
we
word.
can.
That's a word that didn't happen. That's not a word. That's a IBGTT.
This, honestly, I'm no joke, may be the drunkest.
Yeah, this.
But we still gotta call episode
I'm saying it right now. This is a drunk cast.
Just call it drunk cast. We're not even.
We can still call it F35 drunk cast. But I
Don't
think
be
it's
tardy
sure
for
drunk
the
cast.
party.
Episode 35. Snap my ankle, drunk cast, whatever. Drunk
I
cast.
had an idea too. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. We'll talk
I
about it.
can't wait. Can I be on the homeboys next party? Because I got a lot of shit to say.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
This is on the American flag, bro.
You hate America!
This is America! It's a Memorial Day weekend, Ashley.
Pass revolt!
Jesus Christ!
Yelling! This is legit.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? You're from Germany.
Yes.
I'm from America. Where do we stop?
Oh my God.
Where do we stop this?
Well, everybody left.
I know they all did.
Just me and you now.
It's me and you, and we're partying until the sun comes up.
We'll hold it down. I want to thank you for bringing up all the stuff from Minnesota. You
What else
educated
did
us
you
quite a
have?
bit. Oh, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know where Mystic Lake is in Minnesota?
In the cities, on the specific.
No, it's not a real lake. It might be a real lake, but it's the
Like,
first casino
a
I've ever been to.
casino? I was gonna say casino.
Mystic Lake Casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, Mystic Lake Casino. I want to say it's.
It's close to Minnesota. It's close.
Yeah, I mean it's like. It's got to be southern Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Not good. The only problem is like anytime that you always know when like it's either a Indian casino or not.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
I hear it.
it's smoke filled or not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
but
enough.
it's probably like I would say Mankato.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. My first casino I ever went to was Mystic Lake Casino.
Yeah,
And I
that's
went with some of
around
my
Mankato.
buddies, and I don't even know if I was 21. I was in the Army, active duty, and we went there. We played quarter slots. My third quarter I ever played, I won $85, and I was just like, "Oh
It's fine.
shit!" And then from there, we went to the Mall America. We went to
Mall America was fun.
What Nicolette, whatever, some indoor mall. And then we went to a Vikings preseason game, and then we just hung out. I ran into one of my buddies I knew from Omaha, who got paralyzed because he was shot. I ran into him, and
And you're like, fuck.
yeah, like fuck.
I'm just trying to run around
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
Don't know what to
You way to fucking ruin it.
way to ruin it, you son of a bitch.
God!
Yeah.
No, but Minneapolis downtown is so much fun.
Oh
Jesus Christ, you freak!
And at that point, we just spilled some shit. Let's wrap it up.
Martin
Wrap it
is
up.
literally, how
for
far are
shouts
we
out.
on this podcast?
3
Are we-
hours.
Oh my God, we're 3 hours!
quick
I
did I
made
go?
it. I made it that long. Thank you for waiting.
Well, made it is definitely subjectable. I don't even know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
But
Desecrated the flag.
yeah, that's my bad.
oh my God, I love you.
So, alright, this is what we're gonna do. Bitches, this has been a fucking wild ride. Definitely the last half of this episode 35 has been fucking insane. But it's been fucking great. Just so everybody knows, on YouTube, on silent, on the TV, in the background, it's still fucking Nicki Minaj. Because she's the fucking queen, and that's what shit does. It still fucking continues all the way through this 3-hour podcast. Listen, we know shit got crazy. This is what we do. This is episode 35, between all prison calls, all podcasts, Nasty and Friends.
I thought your prison calls were legit people. We're legit people in prison.
Yeah. I was telling her, she's like,
Patty told me that.
I go, we just did a prison call. She goes, you called an actual prison? I said, no, we just recorded a podcast over the phone. Oh. But listen.
They did that on Kick 76. They call, his name is Adam, and they're like, yeah, bro, we love you.
You're not going to be
And I'm like,
hyping
you're
up another
the
radio show.
DUI. Yeah, he's on the radio.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
For being
No,
a DUI.
no.
And I'm like, I'm just so,
We're going to edit that out.
Thank you for being as mad about it as I am, because I'm like, he's in prison. He's legit in prison. And they call him and they're like, you are in prison for a DUI. Let's talk about it. And I'm like, you put him on the radio? Like, he killed someone.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck Trump.
Yeah. But all I want to say is, guys, listen, you guys know shit goes off the rails from time to time. This is what we do. Nasty and Friends, seriously, could not have any better family, any better friends. When it comes to the circle that Spicy Brown and Pagnasty bring together, seriously, it's... Like I said last podcast, I may not be the best when it comes to like my career, but when it comes to family and friends, we fucking hit lottery. I could not be happier that Camas and Ashlee joined us fucking today. I know it's crazy. A lot of people
Milf
may
City.
have tuned out.
Milf City.
Yeah, Milf City for sure. I know a lot of people may have tuned out a while ago. She got crazy, but this is what we do. This is love, and it's just gonna get crazier. Fucking next podcast. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get together. It may be episode 36. It may be Drunkcast.
Yeah.
But the fucking fact, I think it's a perfect segue into shouts outs and fuck you, and I'll go first. I just wanted to say shouts out to. Bagamy State, but what's it called? Bemidji State.
fucking weirdo.
Shouts out to Bemidji
He
State.
calls him a weirdo like that's a normal name.
Yeah, right. So Bemidji State, I want to do a shouts out to she's a great friend of mine, Blair, but to your best friend, Blair. And then also a fuck you to Blair's Mega Death Sauce, just to kind of keep it in sync. So fuck that shit. Then go back to shouts out. Shouts out to Nicki Minaj from carrying us through this entire episode. 100%. You know we're fucking playing Marilyn Monroe as soon as this shit ends.
Yes.
Shouts out to your boy Martin in Vegas.
Yes.
Because anytime you I told you JPEGs and I were going to Vegas. You're like, hey. Here's Martin's number. If you want to hit him up, hit him up. He'll take care of you. Yeah. And you do that to every single fucking person. And I know Martin. I've met him personally.
Oh, you have,
And
sometimes.
not only he has a fucking bomb-ass name, he's fucking legitimate. He's just as cool, if not cooler than you, Spicy
brother.
Brown.
Thanks,
no
brother.
offense. And the final shout-outs. Honestly, we could not fucking do this. This is... I know we said we're going to do episode 35, Snap My Ankle. We might change to episode 35 MILF episode. Shouts out to Cam and AB. I know Cam didn't get a lot in, but she's like... You guys don't understand. When it comes to every episode, we always say we go hard in the paint. You guys know this is a fucking cooking podcast. A lot of that behind the scenes, Cam is on it. Like, she's fucking to the collard greens, the baked beans. When we finished the last week's podcast, she was already cooking. She has shit down for us. So, I don't know. I know he tells you enough, but the fact that all the shit that you do for us, even episode 30, you got all the wings for us. I fucking love you, girl, and it's great. AB, my sister, I fucking love it. It's a fucking phenomenal episode. You're not gonna remember it. You're gonna listen to this later and you're gonna hate yourself, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get the text from Chubbs and Rob about this.
Yeah.
Be like, this, as far as fuck you goes, I guarantee it didn't make her to Ashley's fuck yous, but fuck you Indians / Native Americans.
No.
And then the only other fuck you that I have is Lincoln, Nebraska. Fuck your 48th and Vine, where
Yay.
my girl snapped her ankle. So
Snap my ankle.
Camas, shouts out, fuck yous.
My shouts out are to Elaine.
Allah Akbar.
One of our best
Episodes.
Right, Allah Akbar, episode 22.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
To be exact.
That research.
Right.
IQ,
Looked it up,
way
looked
more
that
than
shit up. Elaine, I miss you.
Yes.
Another shouts out to Germans.
Yes. Yes.
Right? All of us. And shouts out to Native Americans. Fuck you to Governor Ricketts.
Yes.
For proposing to veto medical marijuana.
Yep.
Fuck you. And fuck you to Danny Molina. You know why.
Oh! Yeah. Fuck you, Coach Molina.
She's my favorite you are my favorite person that's ever roamed this earth. Always.
All right, Spicy,
Forever.
what do you got, dog?
Jesus, it was pretty short. So
Yeah.
I have a just real short for me. Usually after 3 hours, I got a list of shit. So for me, it's short. It's fuck yous is the Okie Bidoki guy. Yeah. And then I gotta say, I gotta support my fucking girlfriend, Camas.
Yeah.
And say fuck Pete Ricketts because
Your girlfriend, your wife?
he's an evil girlfriend, wife, best friend, lover. I didn't know what to say. My
Cuddle
number
Pagnasty.
one. My number
I love
one.
her for life.
Yeah, no. Fuck Pete Ricketts. He's a fucking
Yeah,
bad.
fuck him.
Yeah, he's a bad person. He's a shitty fucking person. Like I got nothing good to say about him. I really dislike him. I got nothing to say about him. I'm not gonna. Geez, I'm not gonna get. It's all right. I'm just desecrating the flag. And then my shouts out are quick too.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
For this one, usually it's a long list. For this one, it's just the shouts out to the Rated R hypnotist.
I don't know what that means.
We will if I can get my hands on it. If I know Rob, like I know Rob, we'll get our hands on it.
The video?
And yeah.
Is that
Oh
me?
my
Is it
God.
my turn?
Yep. It's 100%. Shouts out. Fuck you.
Shout.
You're closing this out.
Shout out! Because we don't do shouts out because that's ridiculous. So shout out to Rob,
Nah.
my beloved husband.
Okay.
Beautiful wife.
I love him to death. He literally,
He's phenomenal.
he holds my life to another pedestal. He's the best person on the planet. Owen, who has given me another chance at life.
Yes.
He literally has given me, I fell on the wayside of life and he brought me back to it.
Listen,
so.
and I don't like to interrupt people's shout-outs or fuck yous, but
bring it up.
Ashley's my sister. She's my girl. She was in a dark place for a while. Dark place. And but if it wasn't for, like, Rob and Owen, she would still be in that dark place. And I'm not trying to get emotional, but...
No, but for real, Owen literally brought me... I was a dark place.
Yeah, and so the fact that I see you... I'm tearing up right now, and I fucking hate it, but I see where you were, and then where you went, and then, like, with Rob and your son, it's beautiful, and it's hard for me because, like I said, I see my younger brother who has 2 daughters, and it's fucking awesome to see how he turned out, and I see you and Rob, who are, like, my brother and sister, and I see how you guys, turned out with Owen. It's just fucking awesome. It's just weird. You don't usually... Like, usually with friends, you're just like, oh, they have a kid, it's cool. But the fact that it's family, and I see how it is, it's phenomenal. So
it's hard. It's so hard when it's one baby and you don't know what you're doing, and then it's whatever the case may be. But Owen saved my life. Rob saved my life, whether he wanted to be a part of saving it or not.
That's Coco.
Yeah, that's Coco.
Yeah.
But no, they saved my life to... I don't even know how to say it.
Yep. That's all you gotta say, though.
Whew, it's out of control. But fuck yous. Let's bring on the fuck yous to mayo.
Oh, shit!
I hate...
This is a cookie podcast. She's going hard at the throat.
No, I am. I'm doing it. I hate fucking mayo, obviously, because if anybody ever knew me, they know I fucking hate mayo. I love my babies, but I hate fucking mayo.
Yeah.
And if anyone loves mayo and that's the end of the day, I hate it. I come back to the tomato.
Tomato.
What?
It doesn't matter.
There's always a tomato and game name, but not.
Jesus Christ.
But not your tomato. Let's not put that on here. Take it clear.
I don't even know what's going on.
Don't.
Take your
No
first
one
second,
likes
Spicy.
mayo.
All right, so
No, you're
I want to take a second and thank everybody. Like, this was a fun podcast. Yeah, it went off the rails. Yeah, that's what's expected. We keep a loose outline. Whatever happens, happens. This isn't family friendly. This is real life.
Yeah.
What it's about. Some people will listen to this and they'll be like, "Fine, if you made it to the end of this, hey, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it
so much.
Yeah.
If you didn't, either way,
Thanks,
the people."
Yeah, he'll definitely 100%.
He's
Joey.
Rob, Joey, they'll make it.
It's funny because Jesus, it's funny because some of those guys have been listening the whole time and they're probably jerking off.
Yeah.
Always like those motherfuckers ain't got no life.
Well, there's
Clearly.
Actually has one
dimple. I just want to say thank you to everybody that listens to the show. I want to thank you. We got 2 Milfs on here.
Yeah.
I got to spend time.
Dying.
I got to spend time with my main man, Pagnasty, and it's just been a blast. I've heard some good stories. It's all love. It's all fun. We learned a little bit of history, learned a little bit of weird shit.
Yeah.
No, it's been a blast. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Any closing comments, Camas?
No, thank you for letting me be on.
No, anytime. You know, like we said, you run this shit. You you're probably more important than anybody.
Absolutely.
Other member of the team. But we got our next guest is coming up soon. We're gonna be recording.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Thanks
gonna
for
be
having us
episode
tonight.
36. I don't know if it's gonna be Drunk Cast. But I think probably AB is gonna be a part of it for sure because she ain't driving, obviously.
nowhere.
She's not driving.
So excited. Thanks for having me. I'll be
listen.
next.
Listen, we fucking love this shit. It's the best. There's not, and I've heard this on multiple podcasts, there's not a chance in this entire, listen to me right quick. Just listen to my voice. When is the last time that you talked to somebody for, at this point, 3 hours and 10 minutes without being on your cell phone? When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you took the time to listen to your mother, to your father, to your uncle, to your aunt, to your grandma, to your grandpa? When's the last time you did that uninterrupted? Do that shit. Because in the end, the fucking technology it may make us more connected, but it takes us further away from each other. And those personal things, when we come together and we do this shit, and we've said this, like, even last episode, when it was during the fucking bachelor party, that we get there, you have no signal. When we go tubing, you shut off your phones, and you get those personal connections. When you have family doesn't always mean blood, and trust me.
Heard that.
And I guarantee it, we'll get into this next podcast. Family does not always mean blood. When I say family, it's not just... My last name's Pagnano. I'm sure most people know that by now.
My last name's Waller.
It's Blahawk, technically. But most people, like, it's...
You're right.
When I say family, I mean fucking Spicy Brown. I mean Camas. I mean the Blahawks. I mean Uncle Chubby. I mean fucking Sergeant Wynn, Sergeant Medina. I mean Harris. I mean Two Times. I mean Long. You know, could not have struck it even better. So, I don't give a fuck. Everybody gets depressed. I've been in those states where I don't give a fuck, like, because this is my family and this is how it is and this is what we get through. So we're fucking faded 100%, and I know I'm going on this weird rant, but I fucking love it because I remember my mom saying, shouts out to Mama Pagnasty, when I was like 10 years old, I remember her saying to this day, she goes, if you have one best friend in this entire world, you have done great things in this entire world.
You're my best friend.
Yeah, I love you.
Can I be your best friend?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's all that matters.
So I feel like I have shocked this gold, and that's why we do this fucking podcast. Yeah. So Spicy, I fucking love you. We're gonna keep doing this until we fucking go, and we've already had the conversation. If one of us happens to die for whatever reason,
no, you're dying.
No, listen. I just want to say we've literally texted about this, I texted him. I said, hey, if I, for whatever reason, if it's a car wreck, if it's whatever,
I don't even have a grave to die at.
But I'm just saying, if that happens, I want you to continue this podcast with somebody else. I want you to continue to go with it. And he told me the same thing. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I've seriously have thought about the same thing. We're just gonna continue. We're gonna grow love. Again, family, it doesn't always mean
I'll be
blood.
in it. Don't forget about me.
No, I would never. Actually, I would never forget about you.
Spicy.
I would never forget about you.
Yeah, so I know it's a weird rant at the end, but that's where I am personally, because I feel so much love. I love
it's all love. That's what this is all about.
So,
this is all about love.
It's always about it. So fucking thank you, Spicy. Thank you.
If anybody knew what
we're on get it. You know, bitches, as soon as this bitch ends, we're hitting Nicki Minaj, Marilyn Monroe. So I just want to say I fucking love you. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, @nastyfriends. Send us questions. Fucking Jesus Christ, guys. I fucking love you. Remember,
bitch,
life is simple. Don't be a dick. Night, sluts.
Good night.
Motherfucker, yeah.
The original bad boy.